Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy VD, everyone.
Love is in the air.
Oh, shoot.
And on
I
the
can
ground,
feel
love is
it.
everywhere. Don't step in it. Don't step in love. It's everywhere.
I'm happy to have you guys here for Valentine's Day with us because we love you.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We
love.
love all of you guys. So, I know some people are out doing dates or whatever, but like we get to hang out with all of you guys.
We
We're
got
on
a date with all of you.
We got a date with all of you, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So happy Monday to
Happy Monday.
you all. How was everybody's week? Did you guys do anything fun this week? Do anything exciting? Not exciting?
Did you learn anything extremely boring?
Yeah.
Any good spreadsheets? Anybody working on a good spreadsheet?
Oh, you guys.
I spent my whole day dealing with IT at work. I got locked out of everything on my computer. It just wasn't good. It just, everything that we have to do just decided that it did not recognize my email address anymore. Just didn't know who I was. I was pretty sure I got fired and they just didn't tell me.
I know. I asked. I was like, "Did you get fired?" And they didn't
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, I got off
Because
this
that could happen. Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna fix the glitch.
As long as there's a paycheck still coming, I'm fine. But we got it. We got it fixed. Doing good.
I know. Remember your single day. That is the downside for sure. But you get to hang out with us, and we in fact love you. So you guys are our Valentines today.
Yeah, you can be our Valentine.
Yes.
I'll be your Valentine's too.
Yeah.
And also being single on Valentine's Day, way cheaper. Much cheaper. It's better to get a date the day after Valentine's Day, really. That's what you really want to do.
We went out last night though. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse, which I've never been to before in my life, and I always wanted to go to a Brazilian steakhouse because I heard it is amazing and it's all you can eat meats, and it was the bomb.
It was.
It was the grill from Ipanema, which is a cute little play on words there, and it
So
was
good.
so awesome. I ate so many meats. I felt like I did justice. I told Roxy that I ate at least 3 cows and 1 pig.
At least.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all so good. She had never done Brazilian steakhouse, and I had done one forever ago, but it was like right before they were closing, and it wasn't really a very good experience. So I don't feel like I actually did it right. So I don't count that. So I feel like this was my first time.
We did it right.
We did it right this
That was
time.
pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, it was. Have you ever had a cheese steak? Not like a sandwich, but a hunk of a steak with cheese in it. How do they get the cheese in it? I don't know.
Shoved it right in.
No idea. But whenever they sliced
great.
the steak, there was melty cheese running out of the inside of it.
That was totally worth it.
Totally worth
It
it.
was totally worth
It's
it.
like a cheese cow or something that they cooked up. I don't know.
So you know what? Any single folks out there, take yourself on a fucking date and go to the Brazilian steakhouse and
Heck
just
yeah.
eat to your heart's content. And I promise you'll be happy
Definitely.
when you leave.
And you'll feel like you paid for 2. That'll be great.
Yes, and I got a Brazilian lemonade, which was lemonade with sweetened condensed milk in it. Who knew? That never crossed my mind to do that, but it was the fucking bomb.
But it
It
was
was
good.
great. It was great. Oh yeah, feed the cow copious amounts of cheese. Okay,
Ah,
that
that's it.
makes more
Yeah.
sense actually. That definitely
Eat the cheese cow.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
Cheese stuffed cows.
So that was-
I'm for it.
yeah, that was our adventure yesterday.
Yeah. That was good.
And our lovely Maud Roxy will not be in tonight because she is having a date with Chris, her little honey. So that's what they're doing. So
Hope they
we
went
got
somewhere fun. Do you know where they went?
they're hanging out at the house,
Oh, okay.
cooking food and doing movies.
Okay, good. Since
So.
she's pregnant, they shouldn't be out doing things. She needs to be relaxing with her feet up anyway.
So funny. Hashtag not pregnant. No, that's pretty funny.
Oh, you could vax the cow with cheese. Oh, cheese vax. I'll take one of those. Double me up on the cheese vax.
Sounds all right. I'll take
Just
it. That's the
inject
kind of
it-
vaccination
inject
that
it
I want
straight
is
into
cheese
the-
vaccination. That sounds pretty awesome.
Give me all your cheese.
But I'm so very glad to have all of you guys here tonight.
Yes.
All of you, Chid and Steve, right now.
Yeah. And Nuckin. Nuckin's listening.
Oh, Nuckin!
Nuckin's like lurking. Oh, he was.
Oh,
Not
he
gonna
popped
away.
in and he's
Nukin
gone.
was
So
lurking,
it's just,
and then he
it's
left.
just the four of us.
Yeah. And they went to Vegas. Well, that's cool. It's a good date.
Yeah, yeah. Party time.
Vegas date. Nice.
Oh, they just worked all weekend, so they're like, we're just gonna chill today.
Like, we are going to bed early.
You just chill. Yeah.
Yeah. They're probably binge watching some show.
Yeah, they said movies. There's some kind of movies. It's gonna be fucking movie time. Which Chris has a hard time sitting down and watching movies. So I think
I was gonna say, I bet he's working on
it'll
something.
be good. He might be.
He's doing something.
might
He's got a computer
not be
in
wrong
front of
with that.
him, or he's active on Instagram or something at the moment.
Something. But we're here. We're here. That's the point. Is we're here, and we're here with some weird news. We got some news today. Where do
I'm
we
ready for
even
it.
start?
Where do we start? We should start at the beginning. How about that?
4.5 billion years ago, the Earth was formed. That's weird.
No. That's pretty weird.
Since we got a Canadian in the house, we're gonna do some Canadian news.
Oh, sweet. Got the Canadian news. Okay.
It's kind of funny, but it's kind of like a sad funny kind of
Oh, I'm
way
gonna cry for two
going
reasons.
on right here. Oh no, it's not cryable
Oh.
sad, but like, what are we doing sad? Hey, Walt, what up, buddy?
Oh, hey, Walt.
Welcome
Happy
in.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We
Welcome.
love you.
Thanks for being our date.
We're glad you're here. Cool. It was a date of 4. It was me, Dusty, Steve, and Chid. But now you have joined the
Yeah.
date. So,
Oh, it's a fiver.
go, all company. And you came just in time for our very first weird news story of the day.
Okay.
So, this goes out to our resident Canadian, Chidley Michael. So apparently there was some protests in Ottawa. Protesting about the mask mandates. Okay, like, apparently that's still a thing that we're doing right now. People are mad. Even the Canadians are mad. Plain Toast No Jam.
hi,
What
Plain Toast.
up? Welcome. We are glad that you were here.
hello.
You came just in time for this ridiculous story we're about to cover.
Yep. Canadian protests.
So we got Canadian protests.
the most polite protest you'll ever.
Yeah. Well, this fellow decided he was going to call in a bomb threat. And he did this so that the police would waste their time chasing after it
Okay.
for whatever reason. He's trying to send the police off on a wild goose chase. It wasn't actually a bomb, but this guy's like, hey, I'm going to call in this bomb threat. So he calls Ottawa. He's like, I'm calling Ottawa Police Department and I'm going to make this bomb threat. Well, he called the wrong Ottawa. He called Ohio.
Okay.
He called a village in Ohio. So that's kind of funny. When he realized what he did, he was like, oh shit, are you kidding me? Like, I definitely made a mistake here. He was also called and said that he was shot.
Okay.
And that's how he
Well-
found out that it was the wrong
And I've been
Ottawa.
shot. Also, you're a long ways from us, sir. You should call your local 911
Yes.
if you are bleeding.
Yeah, it says that was the second call. So the first time he made a bomb threat. And the second call, he said he had been shot. And that's when the man found out he was talking with someone in Ohio. Not, in fact, the capital of Canada.
You had to pay long distance fees for that. That's fun.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. So the sheriff's office said it would ask the county prosecutor to consider charges against the man. Because you can't just call in bomb threats.
Nope. Even if you're calling a different country.
Even if you're calling a different... it's so ridiculous.
How did you not realize that phone number was not correct? Are Ohio and
Don't
Ottawa,
fucking know.
Canada phone numbers really that close?
I don't know, but maybe with the way that you just kind of like Google it and then click the number on your phone, maybe they didn't even notice, you know? People used to pay more attention, I think, to the area codes and stuff like that before. But nowadays, I don't think people are paying, Oh, shit, it was wrong. It was you? No!
Yes, Chid, that is wrong.
Oh, my God. Yes, Stupid Person of the Year award. I feel like that is worthy.
Yeah.
He might be from Florida, but as far as I know, he was a Canadian guy, thinking he was outsmarting everybody by calling this bomb threat in.
originally from Florida, moved to Canada. Why they let a Floridian in, I don't know.
So stupid. So stupid.
That's funny.
But
That's ridiculous.
We
And to do
also-
it twice? That's
oh yeah,
good.
called in twice. Called the wrong number
Hmm.
twice.
2 times.
Okay, so we
Just
have
do it.
another protesting of the mandates,
Okay.
which
okay.
is super exciting. This one is in New Zealand. So there is this protest. People were like, we don't like the COVID mandates, fuck you. So they were gathering, which, they're totally fine to, gather, whatever. And in order to try to move people out, you know how they did like at like Waco, where they played really loud abrasive music to try to get people to just like where they can't handle it and leave.
Yeah.
Well, they did that here. And what they did was Baby Shark and Barry Manilow. And it backfired because everybody started singing along
Everybody loves
and
those
loved
songs.
it. So we're going to show you this video here.
People that are protesting masks probably love Barry Manilow.
The whole crowd is singing Baby Shark right now.
Yeah.
And dancing. The sixth day that they're blocking the streets right now.
Wow.
And New Zealand actually had a big uptick recently in cases, and they said it's the worst that they have been having in quite some time. So they were like, "Oh shit's hitting the fan." For a while they had nobody. They had no cases. They shut it down so hard that they had no cases.
Yeah.
And the cases are coming back, so they're imposing different kinds of rules or whatever. And apparently everybody came out to express how they feel about it, and they got baby sharks.
And they loved it. I mean, it's a catchy song, It's got a dance to it. That's why I feel like if you're really trying to drive out crowds like that, you got to pick music that not only that people don't like, but that people don't know. So I would go like Norwegian death metal. Like, play some shit that people are not gonna be stoked on over and over and over. Like,
That's
I'm
true.
a metalhead, but after a minute you're gonna be like, okay, like,
But doing something like that, just as a counter perspective, doing like really aggro music like that might not be good because it might make the crowd feel more aggro.
that's true.
I'm thinking
but you
Yanni.
don't want them to get, you don't want them to like join together. Like, now you've got them dancing. Now they're doing line dances together. They're bonding over baby sharks.
Line
Like,
dances.
you need them to start fighting, really, each other. What'll make them fight each other? That's really where we're going.
Well, that's the American way.
That's
This
the
is in
American
New
way.
Zealand. Try to get
Ah.
everybody to fight each other here,
That's
But
true. It's almost like the second Canada.
I don't know what would be the worst for you. What would make you just be like, no, I can't handle it, and make you fucking bail?
Anything that has pop in the genre.
Yeah, I gotta
Really,
agree
like-
with that. Lady,
Oh, hi, lady.
thanks for
Aw, thanks for
resubbing.
the
We
resub.
appreciate you, and we're so glad that you are here.
Like to give lady a round of applause.
Woohoo.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
We love you.
And Plain Toast No Jam, you too. If we didn't tell you Happy Valentine's Day, I think we told everyone, but
Happy V-Day.
no. Happy VD. VD for all. Wait.
Yay.
That's not right.
But no, I think okay. If I was in some kind of situation where like music was played that would make me leave, it would totally be like poppy, clubby type of
Oh, it'd be D Antwoord for you.
stuff. Oh God, downward. Oh
Yeah,
God,
you'd be
yeah.
easy,
I would
super easy.
be fucking out, dude. I can't handle that shit. It's so bad.
Yeah. Mine would be like the T Swift or something. T Swift. I'm using that phrase now because I'm hip.
You're so hip.
Super hip. Yeah, something like that would be. It'd be a real quick, like, I gotta go. Like, I'm just leaving.
No,
now.
that sounds horrible, but I feel like I could handle that more than I could handle like What's that Little John song from back in the day? The yeah,
Yeah.
or the shot. Like I'm out. I'm fucking
yeah.
totally out, dude. If they played that song 3 times, by the third time I'd be like, never mind this fucking protest. I got to go.
That's true. Yep. I'm gonna go protest from home.
I can't do it. I
You
can't
have
do
to
it.
start bringing headphones to protests now. If that becomes a.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, T-Swizzle, man. Yeah, you're
T-Swizzle.
Right. God, I'm not hip. Man, thought I was hip. Chid, you're
Also,
hipper than me.
I would say Boot Scootin' Boogie.
Mhm.
That would get me. Also, if it was Boot Scootin' Boogie and on repeat, I'd be like, I can't fucking do it.
But again, it's got a dance.
Yeah,
People are just gonna bond together. People are gonna learn it.
There's a specific dance to this song.
It's a line dance. Specific line dance. Yeah.
What's the dance called?
Boot Scootin' Boogie.
Do
It's
you
kind
know,
of like.
do you know the
It's
dance?
kind of like no. It's kind of like the Electric Slide, where like the song, like, has a dance that goes with it.
Does it tell you the dance and the lyrics?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Because I've heard some of those songs that are like to the left, to the right, or whatever,
Yeah,
like where
it's not like
directing
Cotton Eye
you.
Joe, where it tells you things. Which Cotton Eye Joe's
Wait,
kind of a fun dance. if
That
you're doing, like,
doesn't
a
tell
fun dance.
you. The Cotton Joe doesn't tell you.
It
what to
doesn't.
do. No.
I thought it told you.
The Cotton Eye Joe, I remember it a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you
No,
come
it's just
from?
the chorus, though, right?
It just does that the whole song.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's literally the song,
Okay.
as far as I remember. Yep. I don't think it tells you what to do.
Oh,
So it's
well.
okay. Yeah, well,
Who knew?
that fucking song, dude. God. Why was that a popular song?
Because it had a dance. People love when there's dances. The Macarena. Terrible song. People love dances.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
don't even
Chid
know
said
the
achy
Macarena.
breaky heart. No achy breaky,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh no. Oh no. Any of that kind of like country fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. I would just have a very short amount of time that I could handle
Yeah. Fair enough.
that. But yawning or something, like that would be bad, but it wouldn't be so abrasive that it would make me have to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember what the song that was that they did for Waco, but it was just like some noises and stuff. Like it was. I remember hearing it forever ago. It's not good.
No.
It's not good.
Maybe like horror movie soundtracks or something. Like Texas Chainsaw DVD opening screen.
Oh, fair enough. Fair
With
enough.
just like blood curdling screams and chainsaw noises. People will leave. You get people to leave. You need annoying noises. We got annoying noises. We can figure that out.
God.
They're just not asking the right people.
Okay, chat. What is your choices? If it was something that would be played that would make you just fucking bail, what's the worst?
Yeah,
We got-
lady said Any Little John. We got Achy Breaky for Chid.
Oh, Any Little John, okay.
Steve said the protest probably set the world record for singing the most verses of Baby Shark. That could be a world record,
Oh
actually.
my God.
Largest Baby Shark crowd. We
That's
should
true
check
because
that,
who
maybe.
knows how long
Mhm.
it was just over and over and over.
Yeah, I
and over
don't know how
again.
long
It
it
was
was
funny watching everybody dancing though. That shit cracked me up. I thought it was really funny.
Oh, the Exorcist theme song. Yeah, that'd be a good one. That would be good. Pick those songs like that just like tap into people's like childhood horror.
Unsolved
where they're just
Mysteries
like,
theme
"Oh."
song.
Yeah.
That freaks
People
everyone
just
out.
get on edge, like, "Ah." Yeah.
Like, no, I gotta go. Roseanne,
Roseanne Barr.
singing.
Yeah, okay. That will do it.
That's totally fair.
Though it would probably go viral. That's gonna go viral.
God.
It'd be
Now
the best
that
thing that
is
happened to her in a
funny.
long time.
Any black-eyed. Oh, my humps.
Oh,
Oh,
the
my
My
God.
Humps.
I feel you. I hate
Yeah.
that shit. I fucking hate it
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep. That's it. I'm feeling you on that one. Peaches, too. That fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Like, I
Yeah.
fucking hate that shit
The-
so bad, too.
My neck, my back song. My neck, my back, my, you know.
Isn't that the hump song? No, that's a different one?
A different song.
Oh, it's a different one. Oh, whatever.
I
Yeah,
think it's
that's
that. Yeah.
bad
Yeah, that
also.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Any of those.
Yes. Good. Okay. Well, I'm glad that
Or the
you
one where
agree
she,
any little John song ever. 'cause
the one where
it's
she
fucking
sings
terrible.
backwards, where it's all about her robbing a store, and then it's like flip it and reverse it, and the is your from Puerto Rico where there's
Oh,
like, it
Mary J.
flips-
Blige, I think it is. Is it Mary?
Maybe. Yeah,
No.
I don't think so.
No, not Mary J. Blige. What's the other chick's name? She wears a trash bag. Literally, this fucking trash bag back in the 90s in the video.
Trash bag.
Yep.
Oh, was that same chick that wore all the meat?
Nope.
No, different
That's
one.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Gaga.
Hold
yeah,
on.
who wore a trash
What is
bag?
her name?
Missy Elliott.
Yes, that's the one. That's the
Alright.
one. That's the one. Yep.
She wore a
Yep.
trash bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
You don't remember that shit?
Nope. I don't think I've ever seen a Missy Elliott
Really?
video.
Fucking pull that up. That's fucking funny. Yeah. No, it's not good.
It's not good. Yeah, Bieber. The Biebs.
Okay.
Plain Doe's No Jam. Any YouTube mumble rap. Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay.
Well, she did wear
Yeah,
a
she
trash-
did. She was
trash
like
bag.
wearing a fucking trash bag kind of thing in her video.
Okay.
I mean, straight up.
Hey, oddly, I see nothing wrong with this. The white shoes don't match, but that's fine. I guess.
Somebody should be here for Halloween because that's an easy one. You
Yeah.
just get a hefty cinch sack and go to town.
I did have a friend show up for a Halloween party
God,
one
it's
time,
really terrible.
and he didn't have a costume, and I was like, well, this is unacceptable. I was like, I'm making you a costume. So I got a trash bag, and I told him to put it on, and I was like, all right, you can put it on. You got two choices. You're either a raisin or you're white trash, whichever one you want to be. He ended up doing white trash, and through the whole night, as we finished our drinks, we started gluing the empty trash to him.
Oh, that's
so
pretty
he ended up
funny.
with all his
Right,
trash all
trash
over.
bag.
It was an interactive costume. That worked out well.
Oh yeah, well, or Bieber, yeah, yeah. Are there any Bieber fans in here? I highly doubt it. I would bet
I'm not a fan.
probably not. I could not name or like sing a fucking Bieber song if you gave me like $1 million.
No.
I know the name of one of them because it was a tag on a fucking abandoned building that we went to, and I didn't know what it meant. And then somebody told me it was a Bieber song. That's the only.
They tagged a Bieber song?
Yeah, it was at the Cedro Woolley fucking abandoned mental hospital.
Okay, yeah.
And when we were walking around there, and it said Despacito, I think is what it was. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what does that mean translated? And somebody we were with was like, oh, it's the name of a fucking Justin Bieber song. And I was like, oh, because I had no idea. That's the only one that I have. And it's
Alright.
only because it was written on a wall of a abandoned mental hospital.
I was gonna say, we could probably start naming things that would end up being his songs. Like, Baby, I Love You.
Yeah, there's probably
That's
a song
probably-
called Baby Baby
Yeah, there's a Baby.
Baby.
Yeah,
Baby
somewhere.
or something like that, you know.
He makes
Is it
nice
a-
donuts. I would love to
Yeah.
try his donuts.
Is that a Bieber song? That's what I heard. I heard that it is. I don't know the song, but apparently,
Despacito.
I mean, I think
Does
that
he
was
know
in
Spanish?
Despacito. I don't know.
There's a band I know called the Desaparecidos, which I like.
What does that mean?
It basically translates to lost children, and it's essentially like runaway kids, like street kids.
Okay, all right. Well, that sounds like it's got a good.
Yeah, it's actually it's the singer of Bright Eyes, Connor Oberst. It was his like little bit more punk rocky stuff before Bright Eyes ever happened.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing awareness to the
Bringing
issue.
awareness.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Chid confirms.
Yeah.
How you
Despacito.
know? I'm not sure how you know.
Oh,
But,
Chid's a Bieber fan.
oh,
Well, he's Canadian.
Bieber's
He
balls
just
because
kind
he
of
wants
has to
Bieber's
know
balls.
that, I think.
Baby was his first song. we just guessed that
Knew it.
shit,
You
dude.
knew it. Yeah.
That was a total
Okay.
fucking guess.
See?
Wait, maybe he's just fucking with us. Well, are you just like fucking
Yeah.
with us, or is that legit? I almost ripped the speakers out of the ceiling at my work because it played. I mean, you're making it sound like that's legit.
I mean,
Scenario.
I'm sure it is a real song. That's got to be a real song.
God, that's so fucking funny.
Legit.
Dude. That is so funny.
That's
It's
legit.
legit. Oh
Totally.
God, confirmed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that shows
That's-
how
That's speaker
Unique.
ripping worthy. for
that
sure.
that it must be.
Shit, is there a video? No, there's not. Not on our internet. Our internet doesn't play Bieber. It's weird.
No. Lady, I feel you. All the music is pre 99. For mine, it's all pre 97. 97 was kind of that was the year where I was like, oh no, I don't know what's happening right now. And I'm just going to not do that anymore. So, I mean, there's some things from the 98, 99 era that I can't help but have, like working. Like at Fridays, we had the satellite radio, so there was things that I wish I didn't know, but sometimes I know.
I mean, being a karaoke host, you've heard and know all of it.
That is also
That's-
true.
yeah.
Karaoke definitely has widened my understanding of some of these things. But I will say at the karaoke bar that I'm at, for the most part, it's usually like remotely older people singing things. Sometimes there'll be like a, 21st birthday party comes in or something, and I'm like, this is gonna fucking suck.
All these songs are gonna be
so
terrible.
bad, dude. So there's certain things like I'd never heard of like Megan Trainor before, and someone came in and they're like, "Do you have Megan Trainor?" And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'll look it up. I don't know. And now, unfortunately, I know what that song is, and it's not good. And it's funny because when they told me the name of the artist and the song, I immediately had a judgment, like immediately. And I'd never even heard it before in my life. I was like, this is gonna fucking suck. Because they're like, oh, the song's called "All About That Bass," and I'm like, it's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be
This is
terrible.
gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be terrible.
Correct.
And it was not good. I was correct on that one, But yeah, that is the downside of karaoke, where sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't want to know this, but now I have to.
Now
know
it's in there.
it. Yep.
Now I
But
remember it
nobody
forever.
ever asked for like Justin Bieber or anything like that. Like nobody came in with those requests. Thank goodness, because I'd be like, Psh.
Oh, Walt, I already feel the same way about that song. I don't have to hear it. I feel the same way.
yeah,
already know.
we're gonna
know.
take your word for that one.
I'll judge real fast on music. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm quick to say it. I will say, though, that, like Lady, you were saying all your music's pre-99. I will say I listen to a lot of newer music, but I search it all out. And none of it is anything that's ever played on a radio, nor will it ever be played on a radio. But there is a lot of really good music coming out, especially lately. I've been finding a lot of good, like rock and metal stuff that is kind of going back to the 90s sounds. 90s are coming back, basically, is what I'm learning. And the sounds are being
I
used properly now.
hope so. That
The rock
sounds
is finally coming back to music.
good. Is it really? But is it just in the like hidden corners of music, or are any of the youthful generation?
Oh no,
caring?
the popular ones are not. They're not good. But none of these bands are going to get popular.
But at least the aesthetics is popular. Like on Brogan's show, when I was interviewing Brogan a couple weeks ago, and she was saying that a lot of the kids are wearing like Nirvana shirts and Pearl Jam and stuff like that or whatever,
Yeah.
and they have no idea what the bands even are at all,
Yeah.
which super pisses me off, and it sucks. But maybe it will inspire some people to check it out, and that I would be willing to, be okay with people wearing shit that they don't know. If it does get some people to check it out, and maybe they'll like it. Maybe they, if they're like,
Somebody
the
can
art
listen
is
to it.
cool, like now with Spotify and YouTube and everything, just put in Nirvana and see what happens. Just see what happens.
Yeah.
I guarantee
what
you
happens.
it's better than what the fuck they're playing at the school dances now or whatever, Oh my
Probably.
god.
But I bet they don't agree. Oh yeah, 90s is all over the classic rock now.
I know, I
That's-
can't believe it. I got a rental car a year or two ago, and it didn't have fancy stuff, so it just had the radio. And I'm like, wow, I've never ever listened to the radio ever, but like it's that or silence. So let's check out the radio, Seattle radio. And I found the classic rock station, and when I popped in, I forgot it had, I don't know, AC/DC or Zeppelin or something that was like older, and I was like, okay, cool. And then it played Pearl Jam. And I was like, "Excuse me, what do you mean? Pearl Jam is classic rock now? My goodness gracious, I don't like it, dude." Most of the younger generation think the music we and our parents listened to sucked. Well, fuck them, because that is so sad. I mean, I know each generation has its own thing, and I know that like when we were younger, we thought some of the shit our parents listened to, at the time maybe it was kind of lame or whatever. But honestly,
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
like okay,
The
maybe
Bee Gees,
it's
yeah.
not a big fan. But there was a lot of stuff that my parents did listen to that I liked. I mean, my dad used to like rock me out all the time. Like we would rock out, and it was like my dad's stuff, but it was like Van Halen and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and I was like, this shit's fucking sick. But that's sad if they're If they're thinking that like all of the pre fucking 2000 whatever sucks, like everything sounds the fucking same now.
And here we are, like, anything post 2000 sucked. Like, what?
Yeah, but you know what, to each their own. Everybody has their own different styles, and everyone's own
Every generation has its sound.
Every generation has the sound, and I think it's hideous, and I hate it. But it's not for me. So you know what? They can have it as long as they're enjoying themselves. I just hope that they have some kind of diversity a little bit, and listen to some of the things, even if it's like there's a band from back in the day where they're like, oh, Led Zeppelin, that's pretty cool. You know, like, yes, it is fucking cool. It is. Thank you
Correct.
for acknowledging that. You know, like, it's just so weird because it used to be all about instruments, and there was no digital shit and electronic stuff, and then the electronic stuff started coming in. And now it's like so much of the stuff is electronic based that like there's not as many people playing guitar and playing drums and bass and whatever that are actually making the music. People don't have to work together as a team. It's just like somebody behind a computer hitting a bunch of buttons, and then you find a glorified karaoke singer with nice boobies and a nice butt to like go sing on the stage and then make millions of dollars. Like, it just seems so...
Yeah. But I do feel like there's a mix, though, because like it was all instruments, and then they started mixing instruments with electronic, and then kind of trying to figure out what, like, you know, where we got like electric guitar from, you know, and then it went all electronic to where it was all the EDM music, and everything is like turntables and like push button stuff, so it was just straight up all electronic. But now I feel like there's a meshing of them, and people are mixing those electronic instruments with real instruments and running these real instruments through things that are getting noises that we've never had before.
In what? I don't know. I don't listen to new music, so I don't know. But
I mean, just
it's like
saying
happening in like popular culture.
Yeah.
They're actually doing that.
Just saying that there's a lot of music now where it's like they're playing this guitar, but we're able to tweak it and modulate it to a point where it's not the same anymore. It's not just electric guitar. Like, now they're doing all kinds of cool stuff with it, and like all the synths, and then like, I mean, even as much as we may hate it, like the vocoder on the voices and the auto-tune stuff, like we're experimenting with things, and experimenting always starts out doing certain things, and then it gets honed in, and it starts being able to work, and people figure out how to use it. People are playing fruit, like they're plugging in fruit and making noises on watermelons and kiwis.
That's
you know?
true. That's
so
true.
We're experimenting and figuring out weird things, and it'll get honed in, and everything goes through phases, and you know, there's going to be new stuff coming out. Like, that's one thing that I think is cool about music, is that it's always going to be different. There's always going to be something new. It's never going to get to where it's like, we've done all of it, there will never be anything new. Like, there's so much experimentation and so much room for growth.
True.
It's an
Which
infinite,
makes me sad that so much of the newer music just sounds the same. Like, it's these templates, very distinctly templates. Because, okay, there's like all these options now. There's all these options. But you're just going to do stuff that keeps sounding like the last thing because that's what sells. So
yeah, but
like,
look at how wide our list of genres of music are compared to where it was in the 40s, in the 50s. There was only a few genres of music. Look at everything we have now. And yeah, if you look at a genre, it all sounds the same, but that's what a genre is. I like metal music. If you put all the metal into the same thing, it sounds the same. If you put all of, you know, grunge together, sounds the same. It's all got the same noise. That's what a genre is. But look at our breadth of genres that we have now. There's a lot.
well, that's
more
why
now.
it's sad that there's like two genres that are actually known and put out there now. Like, we
And
have
that's
so many options, and they're not really advertising that there's more kinds.
That's the thing, is the production
that's
companies have
sad.
latched on to, you know, 2 or 3 very specific sounds, and that's all that's put out into mainstream. But
Yep.
that's why you have to go down weird holes and find your own music, because the production company's not giving it to you.
It's true.
But we
But you
have
know what? I
a
don't
lot of
listen
options.
to the radio anyway, so I don't know what they're pumping out there. I don't go to clubs and hear the new relevant top 40 music, so honestly, I have no idea. I just know what I hear in little pieces here and there, and I'm like, oh, no. La, 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 la. Like, I try to block it out, you know? So I think that's good because I'm avoiding the, the hell that comes with a lot of the other stuff. So it's good. I'm fine being under my rock.
Avoid the basics.
But we have now hit that point where we're the old people, like, damn kids these days, and they're shitty
Oh, yeah.
music,
Totally.
you know? Like, oh, man.
And I'll be the first to say it.
Thing. Yep.
I'll judge real fast on music.
We will. I'll do it. Interesting. So there we go. That was our little music rant. You're
That's
welcome.
it. Music rant. Next weird news.
We got more weird news coming out. Okay, so the Queen, our beloved Queen, they make lots of fun merch with Queen Elizabeth on it.
Weird. Walt just mentioned Queen, so I was like, are we going into Queen?
Oh, that's so funny. No, not Queen. The
different Queen.
Yes, the actual Queen. Yes.
Partial segue.
So they sent it out to China, and they were making 10,800 teacups, mugs, and plates to mark the Queen's 7 decades as the monarch, only to discover a vital spelling mistake.
You spelled that wrong? Come on, what did they do?
They spelled, instead of it saying the Platinum Jubilee, they put the Platinum Jubilee on all of it.
How did they mess that up?
Because it's China.
Oh.
Because it's China. I mean, they should have taken the exact words that were printed or typed in, this is what we want it to say, and just copied it, but somebody didn't do that. And they put the Platinum Jubilee.
Platinum Jubilee.
Yep, and now that's out there. But you know what? I really want to get some of that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I would please, if anybody
Those are going to be
comes
worth
across
money on eBay.
the Platinum Jubilee.
One of our next world records will be, Platinum Jubilee plate sells for, $4 million.
Right, right.
One of the highest auctioned off pieces ever.
I really want one. Especially a teacup. Like, oh man, I would totally love. They're now for sale on a clearance website. What kind of clearance website?
That's a clearance site? They're
Oh my
clearancing
God.
those?
They're
Come on, you don't
clearancing it.
clearance those. You hold on to
No,
those
because
and
they're.
sell those
Oh,
for
well,
later.
you know how proper they are over there. It's very proper. So they're probably like, oh no, this is unacceptable. Like we can't do it.
Still, that's a good way to make money for your country.
Let's. You know what? We're gonna see real quick. We're gonna look up Jubilee, and we're gonna see how much it costs.
Okay. Look up a Jubilee.
On Redbubble for $2.57. No, what?
Okay.
What? Okay, let me type for sale.
Oh, and I bet that there's going to be a lot of knockoffs, too. People are going to take this print and start making their own.
As they should, because it's fucking funny, dude. Okay.
The Hubbly Jubblies. Really, though, the Platinum Jubblies is going to be a band. That's got to be a band.
Loverly Jubilee, the souvenirs on sale because they're wrong. Look how cute she is. The Queen is so fucking cute,
She is
dude.
cute.
She probably laughed her ass off at that because
bet
she's
she
pretty
did.
chill. She probably thought it was super funny. Okay, where can I find them? I need a link.
I wonder if all of her,
Wholesale Clearance UK.
all of her helpers and, servants and stuff. Servant, not really servants. Kitchen staff. Whatever. I wonder if they all call her Queen Jubilee now. What's up, Jubs? I hope so. She probably loves it. You're probably right.
Jubilee Wholesale. I'm really curious. Clearance. UK. Let's fucking see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Wholesale Clearance UK.
Well, they're clearance too.
Okay. What? 96,000 pounds. Oh, is it for a whole bunch of them? Are they selling all of them? Yo, I want to buy that and then sell them.
Yeah.
What? No way.
For how many of them?
I don't even know.
Because down below it says 889.
Oh, 10,800. This is the entire lot.
Yeah.
This is they're not selling them off. They should sell them
They're selling the entire
one-offs. Oh my
lot. If you're
God.
gonna buy them, you buy all of them.
That's dumb. They
it's
should
pretty dumb.
totally have done it as $20 a teacup or
Totally.
something like that.
It's a fundraiser for the country right there.
Wow. But it's on sale because it was 323,000 pounds. So they're just slashing prices right now.
And why are they getting stuff printed in China? especially right now. This is not. This is not the time to be doing that.
I mean, that's what everybody does to make more money. That's the. It's a tale as old as time.
That's true, but they have like all the money. They got money. I've seen their jewels.
But China's always going to be cheaper.
Always.
So people order from fucking China left and right, man.
They do. And for anything else, I would understand, but you know, this is like royalties, royal plates, royal dishwares. Like,
But it's a disgrace. It's disgraceful. Royal plates.
disgrace now. It's disgrace to find out that your royal dishware was printed in China.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like,
Well, MAGA hats were printed in China.
yeah. Which,
Straight up. Which is funny.
that's just to be expected.
And then the American flag bandanas were made in Pakistan. So there's that.
There's that. The world
But
is
I
weird.
agree with you. They should have printed all of that in the UK. It
Yeah.
should have been a UK thing. Hey, we're commemorating the Queen. We're going to support our people to print these things. But no, we're going, everybody going.
Now
out
we're
of
letting
China.
everybody know it was printed in China. Is this even real gold? We don't know.
Nope. And what's going to happen when China's like, no more for any of you?
You're stuck with your jubbly plates.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
That was pretty
God.
damn funny. That cracked me up. I was excited to share that with you guys.
Queen Jubbly. I like it. At least Jubbly's a
that's
fun
really funny.
word, you know. And
It is.
that's good.
I really wish I could see her reaction. I wish someone took a video of her reaction because I just bet she was so cute and laughing so fucking hard about it.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Because she just strikes me as she's just like, whatever, man. Like, we're just having a good time. I'm still alive. Everything's fine. Like, she's been pretty chill about shit. So it seems her whole reign, she doesn't seem to take things like uber seriously.
Yeah.
And I like that about her, you know. So she probably had a good laugh. Probably was like, "Can I just have one set of that? I would like one set for my personal collection." You
Yeah,
know,
can I have
like,
one of
it's funny.
Can we put that on my headstone? Princess Jubbly.
70 years though, 70 years of her reign, 70,
It's a long time. And she didn't even want to do
and
it.
she didn't even want to do it. That was not her idea of how she wanted to even live her life. That was not her jam, but she did it, and she's
She did it.
done pretty well
did it well.
considering, you know, I guess. And
Yeah,
There's
she
that.
could have at least printed in a formal colony. Yeah.
yeah,
One of the. At
Agreed.
least it used to be Britain, right? Nope.
Nope.
China.
China, straight China. Okay, next
Okay.
order of operations. This is kind of fun. We got another New Zealand fun news. So these folks were hiking around in New Zealand, and they had a GoPro camera, and it was set out. They were sitting down having a little break, and a parrot just came up and stole the camera and flew away
Oh,
with the camera. And it actually made a really awesome video. So I'm going to show you guys the video. But, like, they were bummed because all of a sudden their camera's gone. They did recover it later.
no. That's the only way they got the video, right?
Yes.
Unless they were live streaming.
Yep. Nope. They recovered it. It was fine. But it's so funny, this little parrot. Oh, my God.
Oh, is that
And you're right.
perpetrator?
She should autograph a few for charity. That's a really great idea,
Totally.
actually. Okay. So, this is the perpetrator. You were correct. It's really cute. Bam!
Oh, he just snuck up real fast.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Dibs.
And then it's out, too. They didn't even have a chance.
They're like, what? That bird knew exactly what it was doing. Oh, okay, he got a friend. Or he's being stalked.
Now he's packing it. He's like, wait, what is this? I don't even know what I just stole.
This isn't food. Steve, he flew the coop. Yeah, he did.
Known for its curiosity. Okay.
He's like, how do I put this on my Instagram?
That's so funny. Like,
See, hanging on like
You
a
know,
piece
that-
of it. You're like, well, I got this little thing off.
I found it.
Wow, you found it real fast.
How did they find it that fast?
I don't know. That bird went far.
I have no idea how they were able to do that. But that was pretty cool. I
That's
thought
funny.
that
He
was
was just like
pretty
hanging
awesome.
out, like side eyeing it, and just ran and grabbed it and left.
Yes.
Good job.
And some of the stills that they got from it is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Just like took these photos from it.
Yeah, he went far. How did they find it?
Dude, I have no
So
idea.
quick. They found that fast.
The parrot offered a bird's eye view of the national park. So
Yes.
that's fun. Oh, good night, Walt.
Good night,
Thanks
Walt.
for being here, bud.
Thanks for popping in.
Have a wonderful evening, and we'll
Yes.
see you soon.
Hope the rest of your Valentine's Day is full of love.
Yes, and we love ya. Well, yeah, there we go. So, bird's eye view. It's pretty funny. Oh, okay, we gotta. Actually, let's see. Where am I gonna go next? Let's see.
Okay.
Let's do. There's a two-parter that we got going right
Oh,
now.
we got 2 bites.
Yes.
Okay.
There's the initial one, which I'm finding, and then we are going to do the follow-up on that one. You guys may have potentially heard about this.
Okay.
It's pretty gross. Jeff Bezos had a mega yacht built in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And it's so big that in order to get it out of the channel, they're going to have to dismember a bridge.
What? And they're gonna do it?
Apparently so.
Oh hell no! Make
Because
him
they need all
helicopter
that
lift that
fucking
thing
money.
over.
No thanks. Fuck off. So, yes, they're going to have to take apart a historic bridge that was built in like the 1920s. So, let's see. It's so big, a historic bridge will need to be dismantled. The bridge in Rotterdam, Netherlands, has a 131-foot clearance, but the ship's masts are too tall. The yacht is expected to be the biggest and most luxurious sailing yacht in the world once it's finished. I mean, I'm not too surprised to hear that. It won't make it out to sea unless a Dutch city removes part of a historic bridge.
I would tell him no. Like, no, you're on your own.
Why would you have something built that can't get out? That's dumb. It's very, very
Yeah, that
gross.
doesn't make any sense. I understand, like, oh, we're making the biggest one in the world. Like, cool. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't fit, then you're on your own. Like,
I agree with you.
and he's got the money. They can airlift it, whatever. Like, fly the thing over, or you take your mast off of it and float
Take
it
the
over.
fucking mouse
like,
off. I know.
do your own thing. We're not
Nope.
doing it.
But he's not. They're gonna fucking do it. 417 foot yacht.
Okay.
That's a giant.
So it
fucking
says the bridge is nearly 100 years old, and while it no longer functions as a railroad crossing, it's become something of a monument in the city. It was renovated and then put back together in 2017, and the city pledged it wouldn't be taken apart again. But now they're going to remove the center portion and allow the vessel to pass through.
Yep.
I wonder what he's paying them to let them do that. Like, I wonder if it like needed some kind of repairs. That's what, yeah, Steve, I was thinking the same thing. I wonder if it needed repairs and they're essentially getting him to pay for some things.
This says the shipbuilder, Ocean Co. will pay for it.
Wow, really? He's not even paying for it? You're
Oh my god.
richest person in the world and you're not going to pay for your own thing? I
Yep.
hope his ship sinks so fast. I hope it. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
So they confirmed to Insider that the city is able to grant permission to the maritime sector to take a ship to sea. But it was told that the city will not be paying the cost of dismantling the bridge and reassembling it. The shipbuilder, Ocean Co., will pay for it. The spokesperson did not immediately respond. Wow.
It's predicted to cost $500 million. And expected to be one of the finest sailing yachts in existence. Yeah.
Wow.
He's worth $176 billion, and they're gonna pay for that.
Yep. And he reportedly commissioned a second, smaller support yacht.
Which will include its own helipad.
A
Well-
support yacht.
Get your own helicopters to helipad it over the bridge. That's ridiculous.
I know.
That's stupid.
I love Uncle
hope-
Scar. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's
We
Day.
love you.
We're talking about how Jeff Bezos is one of the most terrible people on the planet right now.
Because he had a giant yacht built that can't get out, and they have to disassemble an entire bridge
Yeah.
to get it out, and he's not even paying for it.
This Netherlands town is actually going to dismantle a historic bridge for him to get his yacht out.
Yeah,
And he's not even paying for it. It's the yacht builders that are paying for it.
fucking yacht builders.
I hope that yacht sinks so fast. I hope it goes down.
But check it out. We have part 2 of the story. So that was
Okay.
part 1 of the story,
Okay.
and
okay.
part 2 is pretty awesome. You're gonna love it. It's gonna make you feel a little better.
Deal. Okay.
The Dutch vow to egg Jeff Bezos' yacht if a bridge is dismantled to let his boat pass.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Dude,
Oh man, we should
Yes.
travel to Netherlands for that. I want to throw.
I'm
eggs.
into it. They made like a whole event online for it. There's some 13,000 people are interested, and nearly 4,000 said they will attend the Facebook event titled "Throwing Eggs at Super Yacht Jeff Bezos."
That's awesome. Thank you, Dutch.
Which was shared more than 1,000 times in the week since its creation. So they're already making some plans. You know, maybe it's just a joke, but maybe some people will actually fucking do it.
Oh, I'll go
But
for
they're
that.
gonna
That's
throw eggs at the yacht, and they're talking about getting together rotten eggs too.
great. Definitely.
Calling all Rotterdammers, take a box of rotten eggs with you and let's throw them in mass at Jeff's super yacht when it sails through the Hef in Rotterdam.
Okay, I like that part.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Good. It should be.
He told the NL Times that the protest started as a joke among friends and has quickly gotten way out of hand. I don't think it's out of hand.
It's
I think
not
it's
out of hand.
fucking awesome. I think it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, Steve,
So-
you're probably right. It's probably going to be a middle of the night type of thing. But I don't know. It's supposed to be the finest yacht in the world. They're going to try and make a whole big deal out of it and be like, it'll be an event like the launching of this yacht. Mm-mm. I bet it's middle of the day time because they're just ridiculous. That's
I don't know.
ridiculous.
I'm curious, but how funny is that? That I was
Yeah,
like,
we
oh,
should
this is
start
good.
buying eggs right now and just saving them and letting them rot, and then we'll go for a trip. I would definitely go
We'll
to the
fill a
Netherlands.
suitcase filled with checked luggage with rotten
Yeah.
eggs. That sounds like a
Yep.
great plan.
We'll just call the Dutch and be like, hey, let us get a note from you so we can show the airport these eggs are for the yacht. That's all we're doing. We're going to throw them at
Yes.
this yacht.
Yes. So I thought it was funny because at first I saw the very first article and I was like, God damn it! And I put it in my little list here to share. And then I saw this and I was like, yeah, cool. This is great. That makes me feel a little bit better about the situation.
Yeah, well, that's good. At least they're, at least they're protesting it, which is fun. But that's ridiculous. I can't believe that.
It is.
And that's upsetting.
It is. Okay, this next article, I scanned through it.
Shit, we should get the parrot from New Zealand to steal shit off his yacht. Yeah,
Yes.
go find that parrot. We're gonna
We need
go
that.
put all
Oh my
kinds of
God.
parrot food on the yacht.
That sounds awesome. I just think it's funny just to fuck with them. Some way of fucking with them because that's just such an entitled
Yeah,
thing to do. My
It is.
goodness gracious. Like,
showing off for the point of showing off, and having other people pay for it is that's the worst.
Yep.
Like, at the very least, he should have been like, you know what, I'll pay for it, and I'll pay for it to be rebuilt and put back to where it was.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like,
and the irony is that they already had to dismantle it and put it back together and straight up said, we're not dismantling it and putting it back together again.
yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, you are because I have all the money. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to do that. It's like, that sucks that they specifically went on record and said, we're not doing this
Yeah.
again.
That's terrible.
Yep. I mean, why do you have to have it built there? Why not build it in the great land of your country of America or whatever, you know? Like,
Well, I mean, when it
man.
comes to yachts, I mean, there's going to be very few luxury yacht builders, and I'm sure that this company is one of the best
Ah.
yacht builders in the world.
You're probably right about that.
And,
Okay.
you know, that's just where they build their yachts. And but the fact that he's going to have them do it is not good. I bet that company's getting all kinds of hate mail too. Ridiculous.
Stupid. Let's just build it where you can't get it out. They should have said we can build it, but the clearance is this, so it has to be built to these
Mm-hmm.
stipulations. Like, why?
Oh, I think it'd be funny for them to build it and just be like, well, it lives there now. Like, you can build it. You could totally build it. But you can't get out, so not our problem.
Oh my god, that would be
But
so fucking
I
funny.
would have let them do it. Like, yeah, you can build it. I don't care. I don't fit under the bridge. Oh, that sucks. The end. Like, good luck driving your yacht around
So funny,
this
dude.
tiny little portion of the water.
Dude, that's
ridiculous.
funny. That would have been funny. You got all the money in the world, but we can't move bridges just because you say you want to. But
Yeah.
apparently they are, and that sucks.
Mhm.
That's some entitlement
You
there.
can either airlift it over it yourself, or you can build a new bridge to drive it over this one. Make a taller bridge over the top of it and pull your yacht up over the top of this bridge. I don't care. Do whatever, but we're not tearing this bridge down. Yacht bridge. It's a yacht bridge. Like, they've got water bridges. I've seen water bridges built, especially out in the Netherlands. They're real good with water. So, you can fund us to pay a
That's
water
funny.
bridge to go over this historic bridge. How about that?
Dude.
Make
That
an
would have been
underwater
awesome.
tunnel. Underwater tunnel. Or
But he's like, no,
take
we're
it
just
down.
going to destroy this thing.
Yeah, we'll just take it down.
But, I will say, though, at least it was originally built in 1927, and it's not like from, 1364 or something, and
that's
you're
true.
like, fuck you, you are not doing that, like, at least it's not
Yeah, that's
that old,
true.
really. There's that.
There is that.
So it could be worse. It always could be worse.
It could always be worse. Terrible. Okay.
Yes,
Anyway,
actually.
next
I know,
article.
yep. On that note, though, we're talking about old things, and I want to bring up a cool place.
Okay.
And it's kind of sad news, but Britain's oldest pub is closing.
Oh no, really?
It is closing, and I would like to take a chat vote. Don't look at. Did you see it? Don't look at it. Okay. How many years has Britain's oldest pub been in operation for?
Oh man, Britain's oldest? They got all kinds of old things.
Well,
They got real old
then
things.
make a good guess. Oldest pub.
I'll go like close to maybe not
200.
1,000, pushing 1,000, like 875 years.
Okay.
875.
875.
Okay.
Uncle Scar's going 200.
Chit's got 1100.
1100 years. Okay. Good. These are good guesses.
'Cause, yeah,
218.
they like their pubs and they got real old things.
Okay.
Yeah, Chid, you think over 1,000? Like, I know they got super old. I don't know.
What about you, lady?
Lady's got 500.
500. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. All right. These are good guesses. These are
those are
very,
good.
very, very good guesses.
Those are good.
So, what was yours again?
875.
875. Okay. Well, I will say the winner is our resident Canadian Chid.
Oh. Wow,
Good
really?
job.
Wow.
Yes.
Without going over?
Without going over. Without going over.
Good job, Chid.
1,229 years. 1,200
No way.
years. Way. Freaking way, dude.
And it's
Isn't
closing.
that crazy? It is fucking closing. It's called the Ye Old Fighting Cocks. Is the name of the pub. It is in St. Albans, England. And, 1,229 years. It's closing down due to financial problems that worsened during the pandemic. I want to just go buy it.
Yeah.
I want to be like, I'm sorry, that's happening. Let me buy this, but I don't have money to buy a fucking 1,200-year-old pub. What a bummer. So,
Oh, Chid, you were in it one time?
ooh,
You went to that pub? No way. The Ye Old Fighting Cocks?
That's awesome. So that's probably why you were closest.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Honestly, if I didn't know, I wouldn't have guessed 1,100 years.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed 1,100 years. So that was a good, very, very, very good guess. Yep, it announced that it was closing permanently after financial problems made worse by the COVID pandemic. And it started pouring its first drinks in the year 793.
Wow.
What in the fuck? That is so old, dude.
That's super old. Oh, that's a
And
bummer.
they're
That's closing.
super sad.
Yeah, it seems like it would at least, like, get like historical heritage situation where they would,
Funding or something.
yeah, keep it open.
I mean, the
for
Queen's got a
historical
bunch of
society.
money. Be like, yo, Queen, what up? Like,
Yeah.
let us keep the fucking this
Yeah.
place open.
They
But it
should have
says
a
that
charity with the princess
with the jubbly plates, yes,
and then they
yes,
could use the
yes.
jubbly plates at the place. That'd be good.
I agree. Maybe we should write her a letter.
Yeah.
Dear Queen
Dear
Jubbly,
Dear, Dear Queen Jubbly.
we think you should save this pub. Thank you. But it said that the brewery that owns the building, they said that the pub could potentially reopen. We're currently exploring all opportunities for the site's future and hope to reopen the pub under new management as soon as possible. So it's just the people that currently own it can't do it. They can't. But
Okay.
this is
So sell it to
the
someone who
old
can.
Fighting Cocks. And Plain Toast No Jam said that Fighting Cock was the name of your high school wrestling team, which I have to say,
Is that true?
why? I mean, yeah, if that's true, they were pretty ballsy by naming a bunch of high school kids team the Fighting Cocks.
Yeah. Probably some stiff competition too.
Just oh, I just
Oh,
hit,
you
I
punched
just
Zelda in the
hit
face.
my cat when
She
I did
punched
that.
Zelda.
I went for Dusty's leg and I missed and I hit my cat and she didn't even care.
She didn't.
She didn't care. But wow, this is such a cool building.
Yeah. So yeah, even if it's closing, I mean, sell it. You could sell it. You don't have to be the ones that own it, right?
Well, it sounds like the people that own the building are saying that they want it to reopen, but with different owners
Yeah.
or with different management or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So the building owners aren't like demolishing it, but they people own the building and then people run the pub, and the people that are running the pub can no longer run the pub. So the building owners still have it, and they're like, we hope somebody else will come and reopen and do a thing.
Come save the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
that's
makes sense
so
for the
old.
people that own the business. I mean, how long can you afford that? Especially in a smaller town, St. Albans. Ooh, search for its ghost stories.
Oh,
Fucking genius idea.
we got
We're
Fighting
totally
Cock
gonna
ghost
do
stories.
that.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna try that. We're gonna give it a go. Let's see. I like your style there, Jed.
That was worthy of a highlighting a message.
Okay. Okay, there's the history. Chronicling the ghosts of St. Albans past. Okay, yeah, let's see if there's like an actual like spooky thing. Okay. Oh, let's check this one out. Chronicling the ghosts. If I remember correctly, there was a lot of wild crap that went on in there. This guy looks super serious right now.
So
Look
serious.
at-
Look at my book.
The sound of screaming prisoners and the sight of medieval monks are just some of the spine-tingling tales that can be found in a new guide to the city's haunted heritage.
Okay, so
Oh,
this is about the whole city.
It's about the whole city. Let's see if there's anything about. Oh, here we go. And a bartender who believes he witnessed a procession of robed figures emerging from the cellar at the Ye Old Fighting Cocks in Abbey Mill Lane. Ooh, a procession of robed figures coming out of the cellar. Okay, that's kind of fucking weird. Let's see. Because, yeah, this is pretty much about the town. I want more about that specific
Yeah.
place. Let's see.
The Ye Old Fighting Cocks.
Yes. Oh. Shit got crazy. Let me just do just ghost stories. So yeah, there's the history, but I totally want. Let me type in haunted, because that is a good keyword. I think. Ghost stories. Let's do it at the end. License to Chill, 10 of England's most haunted pubs. I think they used to murder people in the basement. Are you just saying stuff, or do you really
think they used to
that's true?
Well.
Let's see. London's most haunted pubs. I want to go to London's most haunted pubs. I want to go on like a haunted pub tour. That sounds fucking
Yeah.
awesome. What I'd like to do is stop getting these fucking ads. That would be the coolest
That'd be
thing
cool.
in my life. Stop. Why are you? What do you want from me? It won't stop. George definitely looks haunted. Okay. I agree. Okay, so we're just gonna scroll and see if we can find the cock. Oh, here we go. The cock. Ye old cock tavern dates back to 1549. The other one said 750 something or other. Blaze claimed to be the narrowest frontage of any pub in London. Maybe this is just London, so there's a Ye Old Cock Tavern, which sounds different. I don't think that's the same one. I'm feeling skeptical right now of that one. Yeah, I bet you there's lots of cock taverns that they have, maybe? Do they have a lot of cock taverns?
Probably a lot of cock taverns. A lot of fighting cocks.
Ye Old Fighting Cocks is this very specific name of it, though. See if you end up finding any links or anything, let us know and we'll totally check it out. But I want to go to a bunch of old pubs in London. I really do. I love London. I've been a bunch of times and I think it's so fun. Just England in general, but I do like the little London pubs. Yeah, craziness, eh? 1,229 years. Oh my goodness gracious. That is old.
That is really old.
Super duper duper old.
So this person was going to do an article or like a podcast on it. So yeah, it mentions the procession of monks coming from the cellar. They were only visible from the knees up and they disappeared soon after. More stories of objects moving around when no one is watching.
I mean, that many years there, I would be surprised if there wasn't some spooks running around. But like murdering people in the basement, that's a whole different ball of wax. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty serious.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
It's
this
a whole
one
other level of ghost
said
story.
that they didn't
potential.
find too much in this article. But I bet when you go there and you're talking to the people that work there, I bet there's stories. Like, it might not be, like, famously haunted place or whatever,
But there's probably
I
some
bet people
stuff.
that work there
Yeah.
have stories of footsteps and things moving and
Yeah.
seeing stuff. So it sounds like the hooded monk procession is main story. But I bet there's all kinds of stories going on there. That's old.
That's
really
old. I mean, I went to the White Hart in Edinburgh, and it was 500 years old. I was there, and it's 500-year anniversary year, and I thought that was like so old. That's older than our country, you know. And that's like not even half as old as this one. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Well, it said in 1777 in that same city they prohibited the sport of cock throwing, which was
What is that?
a blood sport widely practiced in England until the late 18th century, where a rooster was tied to a post and people took turns throwing cock steels, which is a weighted stick, at the bird until it died.
Oh my god! No.
Yeah,
What is it called? Cock throwing?
cock throwing.
You just throw shit at it until it
Yeah, you
dies,
just
and then you
throw-
win if you're the one that smashed its head or something?
You throw heavy sticks at it until it dies, I guess.
No.
It
No.
was in that city, same city.
That's a terrible
And
game.
then cockfighting was a big sport, so it's probably where the Ye Old Fighting Cocks name came from. Wow. Cock throwing. Okay, that's new.
Yeah.
New thing. But outlawed in 1777. 1717. I mean, so.
That's
Sounds good.
crazy.
Wow.
Oh, I love ghosts too. I love Uncle Scar. I love good ghost stories.
You love a lot of things. Oh, Uncle Scar and ghosts. That's two things you love at least.
Yeah.
That's
And
two.
she loves chilies and ghosts, so at least two
Oh yeah, and Tilly's.
that she's got.
Tilly's, ghosts, and Uncle Scar. A lot of love going around.
Yep,
That's
yep,
nice.
yep, yep, yep. But yeah, I love the history in Europe, and I think it's so fun and going and hunting out some of these like super old haunted places. I love it. It's so fun. Into it.
Chid, those emojis. Those emotes are perfect. Good.
The chicken smash.
Smash the chicken. Smashing chickens.
Oh my god, you're so funny. You're so fucking funny, dude.
Some chicks have
You
it.
crack me up, man. Our chat would not be the same without you in it, man. Not
This is
one
true.
bit. Oh man, we're so sarcastic. We need other sarcastic folks to be in here to like help
Yeah.
it not be unbalanced. Or we're like, we're sorry,
True.
we're sorry, you know. But like this way, it's, you know what you're gonna get. So,
Somebody
yeah.
else has to offend people. It can't be just us.
Yes. Thank you. Using that mod sword properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. It's fucking great.
Throwing it at Cox.
Yep. Chopping cocks
Chopping
with your
cocks.
mod sword.
Yep.
Love it. Okay, so next up, this one, it's not even a full article. It's just a really terrifying video I'm about to show you.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. So, this dude was getting this guy ready to go for a fucking paragliding thing.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. And he gets stuck.
Oh.
And they're taking off. And he's
No.
just holding on for dear life. No helmet, no harness, nothing. He's just literally holding on for his life.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Can we land? We should land. Steer towards
And
the hill.
they did. They were able to land way faster. So good thing that the person
Yeah.
who was paragliding actually knew what they were doing.
And he survived the drop, so he just like dropped. They just had to let him go.
Dude.
Wow.
Dude.
So they just steered towards a hill, and they were like,
Yes.
"Okay, go!" And he just had to drop. Like, oh, jeez. No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Because how long can you actually hold on for? So while you're as low as possible, you got to do
Yeah.
your best. But I don't know. I
I
don't know
mean,
if
the
I would have
hang
been with it.
glider guy held on forever. Remember that video?
Yeah.
That guy held on for a long time, but yeah, that guy. At least there was a hill there. They were like, "Okay, we're going this way. Hold on."
I know. Thank goodness. That's so scary, though. I don't know if like it didn't really say. It didn't give any information. Like, did something get caught? Did he get stuck where he just couldn't break free?
Yeah, that's what
Like-
it said. He got stuck.
But what is stuck? What could have possibly?
I don't know. It looked like his hand got stuck in like the strap or something.
Oh my god,
Something hooked him though.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Why were they taking off before he was out of the way? Though? Like,
Fucking no, man.
It's weird.
It's not good though.
Not good.
100%.
I'm glad he's okay.
not
That's terrifying.
good. I know that was really, really, really scary. Okay, so this is an interesting scenario here that it actually happened in 2020, but it just got confirmed now, which seems like an awful long time. But you know what they gotta do for these records and everything. Gotta make sure that everything's good to go. Another Canadian story here, Chidster. 4-story high rogue wave breaks the record off the coast of Vancouver.
That's big.
It was a 4-story wave. It was a 58-foot wave that was recorded off the coast. So it wasn't a tsunami. It didn't smash the coast and flood it. It was just a giganto rogue wave that they spotted in 2020. And they did all the things, and they're like, that is in fact the largest
Yeah.
one that we have ever seen.
That's giant.
It is fucking ridiculous. So
It surfs up.
that's crazy. Only a few rogue waves in high sea states have been observed directly, and nothing of this magnitude. The probability of such an event occurring is 1 in 1,300 years.
Wow. Huh. I don't know how they.
I don't
Determine that, but-
I don't know
but
either.
okay.
I don't know. Since it's never happened, how can you bounce it off of the last time that it happened and you do the math or
Yeah.
whatever? I don't know. But maybe they've observed X amount of rogue waves, and this one's just so magnificent that they're like, all of these things had to happen perfectly to have it happen. I have no idea how one would even begin to calculate such a situation.
There's some supercomputers doing some calculations on that one.
Something. But it is just absolutely crazy. And it occurred in November of 2020, and it was just released on February 2nd of this year. So it looked like a large 4-story lump sticking out of the water with a large peak and big troughs before it. Wow.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
is pretty crazy. In the past few decades, what was once known as marine folklore has been accepted as real by scientists. So, rogues, called extreme storm waves by scientists, are those waves which are greater than twice the size of surrounding waves and are very unpredictable and often come unexpectedly from directions other than prevailing wind and waves. So, where the fuck do they come from? Rogue wave is actually just a wave that is large compared to the surrounding wave field. Yes.
Yeah.
So the size doesn't matter, it's the comparison, which definitely makes sense about that. So thus, while a wave achieving 4-story height equivalent is impressive, its magnitude, being 3 times that of its surrounding waves is what landed it in the record books.
Okay.
So the first rogue wave recorded was known as the Dropner wave, and it was measured in 1995 off the coast of Norway at 84 feet. 95, that wasn't that long ago. That was the first actual rogue
Yeah.
wave.
First one ever recorded. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they were theorized for a long time, and stories of sailors and stuff, but never caught on film or recorded or anything.
Yep. So they were saying that on that one, the surrounding waves were approximately 40 feet,
Okay.
which is still insane.
Yeah.
So the 84 feet, that made it 24 feet higher.
Okay.
So the record-breaking rogue wave recorded in November measured at almost 58 feet in comparison to surrounding waves of about 20 feet. Oh, shit. That's even crazier when you think about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Blowing the original proportions out of the water. So that's pretty interesting, eh?
Yeah, that's
I thought
crazy.
that was kind of
Yeah.
a crazy thing. So they have a buoy,
Mhm. Mhm.
and the buoy measures the wave. And
There it
the
goes.
buoy was
Actual
like,
footage. That's good. Yeah.
actual footage. Wow.
That's trippy. I did see where they essentially created rogue waves in the lab, and they had a big water tank, and they were running currents different directions to see what would happen and how they could make it, and it was something to do with the current underneath and the one on top, and the one on top had the waves that were normal, and then every once in a while there would just be one giant one where it's just the stuff would sink up, the water would just sink up in the current somehow. But they did create it and theorize how they're made, which they don't really know. But that was one of the times that they proved that okay, they can come out of nowhere without a storm and without an earthquake or anything. So it is a possibility.
Interesting.
And that's why it just
That's
makes one.
big.
It doesn't, it's not a big storm.
Just one. Just one. One's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you want. That's all I
That's
want.
it.
Just,
Gosh,
I don't even want that one.
Crazy. That's a big.
Yeah, but
fucking
lucky
wave,
it
dude.
didn't hit land.
Thank goodness.
It didn't just
I'm
tsunami
surprised
out of
that
nowhere.
it didn't, because
Yeah.
as far as tsunamis go, that's a pretty substantial size. That could have fucked shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So how the energy just dissipated, I'm not sure how rogue waves versus tsunami wave patterns, because that's one big huge
Yeah.
wave and pushing of all of the water.
Yeah.
But
I
this
think
is just
these
one
are just surface. I don't think it's
That makes sense.
the whole ocean.
But thank God it dissipated and didn't
Man.
just go up and smack into the side of Vancouver.
Yeah, just go to
That would have been
Vancouver and
crazy. That's crazy, right?
Yep.
Shit,
that's crazy.
that's crazy.
Road waves. I don't like it.
Rogue fucking waves.
I don't like
Good
it.
lord. Nope, not my favorite. Okay. Since we have been talking about the James Webb Telescope every week, we're giving updates.
Okay.
There's some updates here. It's kind of exciting. It's not the most exciting, but it's kind of exciting.
all exciting.
They have revealed that there is a first light image.
Okay.
So they have opened the cameras, and light from the first star that they are trying to use to focus on right now has come through. So it is working
It is
as
taking
far
in
as
light.
it's taking in light.
Okay.
Now, because you've got all those hex mirrors and it's not focused in any way, what they're doing is they have a specific point and they're trying to focus on that, so all the mirrors are moving to try to get it to focus. So it's shitty, apparently. It's apparently a shitty image, and they've decided not to release the image until some of the other images are released, because they don't want it to be like everybody's excited about these images and then they're like, this is shitty.
This
We
is
would
all
be
it is.
excited about it
Yeah.
because we're following every little thing, but they don't want it to confuse people or make people think that it is in fact shitty.
And you don't want
because
the
it's not
press
shitty.
release to be like the first James Webb image, and it's all terrible. Like, you don't want that. You want the first
Absolutely.
one to be like the one.
For sure, which I totally get.
I support this. Don't show me your shitty.
Oh,
photo.
Space telescopes,
Video here?
telescopes in general,
Let's see what they gotta say.
are most powerful tool for looking back in time. Traveling back in time is the stuff of science fiction, but looking back in time is science fact. It's something that we actually do. And it's made possible by the finite speed of light. And so if one looks at, say, a person in the room next to you, you're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing them as they were a few nanoseconds ago, because that's how long it takes light to travel about 1 meter, a few nanoseconds. So when we look at the sun, we're not seeing it as it is, we're seeing it as it was 500 seconds ago. And if we look at the nearest star, we see it as it was 4 years ago. And with the Webb, we will be looking back in time more than 13 billion years to see the birth of the first stars and galaxies to form after the Big Bang.
More than 13 billion. Their latest estimate for the age of the universe is 13.8. That's crazy. So we're just gonna look back into like.
Well, the telescope looks,
Clouds,
frankly,
just like
different
clouds and
than
things.
most other telescopes
Yeah,
that
100,
you've seen
100 million years
pictures
after the
of.
Big Bang. So
And all of
what-
those
who knows
differences
if
that
they
you
actually made
see
stars yet?
are there to enable
It's gonna be weird
the
if we see, like,
Webb's
God's finger.
unique science mission
Yeah.
to see
Pushing a button,
the
like, oh.
birth of the first stars and galaxies in the universe, and to give
Well, if we can see what it was, when can we
humanity
see what it will
its
be
first
in
high definition
billions of
view
years?
Yeah.
of the infrared universe.
Unfortunately, especially seeing back 13 billion years, then it'll be 13
The
billion years
light
from now. until
from the
we see
first
what's
stars and
actually done.
galaxies is
Mhm.
emitted in the ultraviolet
We're going back
part
to
of
the future.
spectrum.
Yep.
But as
There's
it
no way to see
travels
what's actually
to us through the expanding space, the wavelength of that light is stretched to infrared wavelengths. And so to observe it today, we have to work in the infrared. So the things that make the JWST unique are its infrared capability in combination with the very large size of its primary mirror. And this giant primary mirror that the JWST has is the first time that any infrared telescope in space has had a giant mirror. And that mirror will give the JWST the ability to see fine detail that is very similar to Hubble's. And so the images will be as breathtaking as the Hubble images. And this will be the first time that humanity has seen the infrared universe in high definition. And for an infrared telescope to work well, it has to be made very, very cold, because anything that is warm emits infrared light. And if we didn't make the telescope very, very cold, it would be blinded by its own infrared emission. And so the JWST will not orbit the Earth the way the Hubble Space Telescope.
All blinded by science.
It will go to a special spot in space called the second Lagrange point of the Sun-Earth system. We just call it the L2 point for short. And we determined that if we put the JWST at this special spot in space, the the L2 point, all the sources of heat on it would lie in one direction. The sources of heat are the sun, the earth, and the moon. And from the L2
moon?
point, those
Well, I guess the moon's
sources
putting
are
off
always
heat.
in one direction. So we realized that we could deploy a giant sun shield such that the telescope will always live in the shadow of the sun shield. And in that configuration, it will cool passively by simply radiating its heat away to the cold darkness of space.
Okay. So now it's just cooling off and
Our
finishing.
whole lives are just, a fleeting moment.
Just
The
fleeting.
day-to-day tribulations that we torture ourselves with here on the earth, whether
Remember
it
that.
be politics or something
Tortured.
else.
We're all tortured.
All of it is terribly insignificant in terms of this universe that we're embedded in and that is evolving around us. The big picture is not the picture that we spend most of the time arguing with each other about in our lives on the earth. And I'm hopeful that we'll be able to find a way to avoid destroying the earth long enough for us to really understand the universe that we're embedded in.
You better
Amen,
hurry up.
sir. My
Long
goodness
enough for us
gracious.
to
Yes,
really understand the
Better hurry up
worlds
there,
that we
guy.
now know exist around nearly every star in the galaxy. Today, the search for life, the search for extraterrestrial life, is no longer the stuff of science fiction. There are billions of habitable worlds in our galaxy alone, and there are billions of galaxies. And so it's somewhat inconceivable that we are alone in the universe, but we've learned how to search for life on exoplanets, and now we need to begin the long, methodical business of doing that. JWST will start that process and do some spectroscopy, transit spectroscopy as they call it, to understand exoplanet atmospheres, the chemistry of those atmospheres. Search for life should be some of the most exciting science that we do over the next 20 or 30 years in space astronomy with Webb and other missions. The highest priority mission that we will start building in this decade is very much focused on exoplanets and the search for life.
Cool. That's awesome.
That is so cool.
Thank you, sir.
It's great.
Yeah.
Fan-friggin-tastic. I love it. So, yay. It's got first light
Hooray.
images. So,
That's awesome.
things are moving forward.
I'm glad there's light coming through. This is a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yes.
If they were like, we're not seeing any light.
I know.
But we
I
got
know.
it.
But
It's
it's shitty, but it is there. So that's good. But it's okay that it's shitty right now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's supposed to be shitty.
It's okay. They don't know 100% that it's going to work perfectly until it works perfectly, but they're pretty confident they expected this to happen. So it's not like there's concern right now. But until we get a fucking crisp, perfect image, nobody's going to be able to rest
Yeah. That's true.
properly.
I'm not resting.
I'm not either. So I hope that they have come up with some kind of protection for the James Webb in case of a solar event, solar plasma storm. I'm not sure about that actually. I would like to look into that and find out what kind of precautions they have and are taking to avoid
Well,
that.
would the sun shield should block a bunch of that, right?
I don't know. I mean, I know that it's a heat shield, so it's supposed to lower the temperature to keep the temperature on the other side really cold.
Shades it, yeah.
So I hope that it is somehow able to deflect charged particles, although I don't know. I mean, really, a magnetic field is what really is useful to deflect such things and create like a bubble around it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope that they did a good job on that one because
Yeah.
all it
I
takes is
hope they're
one.
thinking about that.
They've got to be. Oh my God,
Surely
it's a
someone
million,
thought about that.
so many years in the works. So they better. But one of the reasons I mention this is because we had an oopsie recently We all know SpaceX, they have been putting many SpaceX satellites into orbit on a constant basis over the past couple years. They keep sending out these little Starlink trains. And they were on their way to their position in orbit when we got a geomagnetic storm. And it wasn't even a very large geomagnetic storm. It was considered a minor geomagnetic storm. There was a reasonable amount of aurora that came from it. So it was a magnetic storm, but it wasn't a crazy one. But what it did is it knocked 40 satellites out of the sky. It totally fucked them up.
It knocked them out of the sky?
Yes, and they are coming into Earth, and they are burning up in the atmosphere of our planet right now. There's been some videos of people being like, what the fuck is that? And it obviously looks like something's breaking up. And they were like, is it space junk? What's going on? And then it was confirmed that it was Starlink.
Okay.
So basically,
Starlink fail.
yes. So it changes the density, which controls how it moves. And having all of this solar activity while they were en route changed its trajectory and knocked them off course. Essentially, is the basic science behind that. So that really kind of
they were
sucks.
still on their way to where they were going. They weren't established.
No, they were not established. It was the day after they were launched. They were on their way, trucking it to their position, and they got hit with these particles, and they were like, "Oh shit!" And it moved everybody around, and then they started hurling towards the planet.
Okay.
So that sucks. 40 out of 49 of them will re-enter the atmosphere or already have entered after encountering a geomagnetic storm on February 4th. That was 10 days ago, so I'm curious, if all of them, I mean, this didn't come out on the 4th, it was when they got hit.
Okay.
So it was last week, I think, that this article came out. So that's kind of a bummer, dude. They launched it on the 3rd at Kennedy Space Center, and they're not expected to hit the ground, which is kind of cool. So they were created in a way to burn up if they come back rather than to just start smashing, because there's going to be thousands of them.
Yeah.
There's already a shitload up there, and they're like, we can't just have them fall on the Earth and just like smashing cities and
It's
stuff
good.
like
Make them
that.
small enough to burn up before they get here. That'd be nice.
Yes. It's the first time this many.
Yes, definitely. When we figure out who's doing that, that's where to invest.
Yeah. So it's the first time this many spacecraft have been impacted at a single time that we are aware of. I imagine that is true. So here is one coming in on reentry.
Oh, is that it down there? At the
Oh
bottom?
shit. Sorry. I clicked and we're gonna, I guess, do it this way.
Oh yeah.
Bam. Here it comes.
Cool.
Dun, dun, dun. People are like, what the fuck?
Aliens.
Fuck?
Cool. That'd be awesome to see, though. I'd like to see that.
It really would. That's awesome. Wow.
Cool. Yeah, that's fun. At least it's festive.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy, pretty big of a bummer. I mean, I know that they're very small satellites. The Starlinks, they're smaller in size. There's still a lot of technology that goes into it. So it's not like, oh, just burn them up, no big deal. I don't know how much they cost each one, to be honest with you. But, it's not nearly as expensive of a thing as, the fucking James Webb telescope. That would have been so bad in so many ways. So, yep, so...
And then a lot of those, the Starlink strings, they're not all Starlink satellites. Like, I know that they were selling off slots in those chains to other people who had satellites that were going up, research labs and stuff. So it's like out of those like the 49 Starlink, I think they send them up in strings of 60. So I think the other ones are not Starlink satellites,
Okay.
from what I understand.
I believe that, from what it said, to my understanding, it's all the Starlink ones are the ones that came down. There's 49
Yeah, that's what that sounded
that went
like.
up. Yep.
So, okay.
Here's a video of the coronal mass ejections that happened.
Wow.
Boom.
Ooh. Wow, that was good.
So that's kind of crazy. Bam.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
so that is a thing.
Mhm.
So this one was considered small. I mean, it was a G1. It was like they were like, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine, and they launched anyway because you have time when you see these things coming. I think that they should have waited, and I think that they probably learned a lesson that they will next time wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But really, I mean, you can't predict those, really.
No, well, if there's a CME, and you can estimate the amount of time it's going to get here based on how big of an eruption that it was. So you can't be definite sure. It's usually within like a 16-hour window or something like that. Like, okay, it might hit at 2 p.m., but it might hit at 3 a.m., like, so they know that. But
Also, I mean,
know...
if there is one, you know when it's going to hit, but you don't know when they're going to happen.
No, that's what I'm saying. The fact that it hit when it did, a day after launch, that was after this had already happened. I mean, this was on January 30th. That takes days.
That was saying that there was one of them that they saw, but there was another one hiding behind it that they didn't know about.
But still,
Yeah,
on
another
the
solar
first,
storm was lurking behind this one, and it took scientists by surprise. So it's like once you see it happen, like you have time, like you can plan for that, but you don't know when they're actually going to happen.
I would just say that if you know that there's a CME and it's shooting stuff out and you saw an event happen, if it was me, I would have waited. I would have been like, we're going to wait until the coast is clear, until we know that it's clear. Okay? Storm, stuff's going to hit. Oh, it's totally not a big deal, but like maybe it is. But if you decide that you're going to launch and you've observed no solar activity as far as that goes for a couple days, then you're like good to go. Then you're good. But they didn't.
Probably.
They didn't think that. They thought it was going to be fine, and it was not fine. It was apparently very not fine since we lost 40 fucking satellites as a result of it. So that is a sad thing to happen because that's a lot of wasted money and a fucking bummer. But at least we know what happens now. Yes, corona mass erections. Oh, that's pretty good. Yep. So there you go. There's that super fun news. So if you see any crazy shit in the sky, could be some starlight falling down that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you see
It
crashing,
could fucking be
crashing things in the sky, it's probably aliens.
It could be.
But it might just be a satellite.
It might just be. Okay, well, we have another story about things in the skies.
Okay.
This is the true story of snakes on a motherfucking plane.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, no, really?
Yep. A Malaysian
Wow,
flight
snakes on a plane.
was diverted when they saw a loose snake on the plane.
No.
What a bummer. They made an emergency landing for fumigation.
Good.
It was in the passenger compartment. Very rare incident which can occur on any aircraft from time to time. Yo, shit happens. Sometimes you got snakes on a motherfucking
How do you
plane.
meet a snake on a plane?
I don't know.
Did he have his passport?
Let's watch this video and find out.
Oh, hey, Natara. Hello.
Natara! Hi! I'm glad you're here. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's like in the light.
So we do not know what they're saying, which is unfortunate, but we get to see the snake on a plane. Oh, it is in the light.
It's like in the light.
Dude. I mean, that's a safe place for it to be.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
should
like.
keep it in there.
And I guess because they didn't know what kind of snake it was, I guess it's either like, yo, we're going to land because we don't know what that is.
It's too bad the Black Mamba guy wasn't on there to catch it.
Right? Totally. Black Mamba guy, like, oh, it's totally fine. We just grabbed it. It's no big deal. It's totally fine. But yeah, snakes on a plane. That would be a spooky thing to encounter while on a plane. Bees would also be a spooky thing to have a problem on a plane if there was like a bees flying around and stuff. Oh man, that would stress me out.
Yeah,
Super
especially with
fucking
bee
hard, dude.
allergies and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That could cause a lot of issues real fast.
If it was a loose snake, what makes a snake tight? Don't answer that.
We don't know. I'm not answering that.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh my god. So speaking of random animals, just like being where they are not supposed to be, we have a loose pig wanders into a British social club.
Oh,
A pig, which is very cute. That's a really cute pig,
pretty
dude.
cute pig.
He just like walked into this pub. Patrons at a social club in Britain were treated to an unusual sight when a loose pig wandered into the establishment before being lured back outside with potato chips,
Oh,
which
that's
is
good.
really cute.
We got crisps.
Yep. At
getting a crisp
fucking
pig.
10 p.m. in the evening, he just wanders in. What? And club regulars said the pig was friendly and approached them for attention. He just wanted to hang out, dude.
Approach them for affection. He wanted
Affection. I'm sorry.
he
Affection.
just wanted love.
Aw. That's so
That's pretty
cute. I live on the premises, so I was upstairs, and the bar staff phoned me and said, I'm sorry to disturb you, but there's a pig in the bar. They've got some crisps from behind the bar and lured him outside with some cheese and onion.
Wow, yeah, those are the good ones too. Spared no expense on this crisp for the pig.
So funny. That's so funny. All right, they said the owner of the pig, which turned out to be named Roddy, got into contact within 15 minutes and brought their pet home. Everyone was laughing about it. It was a bit of entertainment for a Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know how they found the
awesome.
guy. If it's like, oh, it's just Roddy, we'll just call
Just-
his owner.
Roddy.
Like, I don't
That's
know.
Roddy.
It didn't specify, but I think that's pretty awesome. If this cute little guy just wandered in, he's so cute, and was
That's a
like,
really cute
hey,
pig.
what are you guys doing? You know, like, what are we...
You got any crisps?
There got any crisps for me? I'm a little hungry. That's so fucking cute, dude. I'm kind of surprised they lured it outside. Like, if they knew who the pig dad was, you know, it'd be
Yeah.
like, just hang out in here where it's safe. You're not getting hit by cars and getting scared or whatever.
Yeah,
It's safer
totally.
inside.
Especially if it came in and like it was wanting affection, like it was nice like that. Like it's obviously not some wild pig running in. Like
Totally.
It's either a pet or something, you know. So it seems like you'd be like, you should stay in here. We're gonna
Yeah.
call animal people.
If it's being super friendly, I'd be like, everybody pet the pig and hang out with the pig
Yeah,
until we figure
And
out
we'll-
what's going on, you know? Like, shit.
we'll call the police and have
I would
them
totally
come
be like, I'm
shoot it.
pig sitting. I will pig sit until you figure it out. I'm totally down
Yeah.
to hang out
We're friends.
with Roddy.
Roddy the pig.
Roddy. He's
Roddy,
so
Roddy
cute,
Piglet.
dude. That's so adorable. What an adorable story.
Yeah, that's cute. Okay.
Because in Colorado, bears have walked into people's stores and bars and stuff, and like moose have gone in sometime. There's been like elks walking into places. Like, that's a little bit more freaky.
Yeah.
Like a pig, a happy, nice pig that just
You got
wants
a
to be
little
your
happy, nice pig.
friend.
That's
I love
way
it.
better than a deer just smashing through your window and running up into your like establishment,
I
smashing
completely,
things.
I completely agree.
Not good.
For sure. So, rogue pig wanders into British pub.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Okay.
And he's just so cute.
He
so
didn't smash
I'm-
anything
I
except
am
some
grateful.
crisps.
I know, yeah, he was
Smashed
smashing
some
some
crisps.
crisps, cheese and onion.
Cheese
So
and
if a pig ever wanders into your environment, now you know, you just give him some
onion.
snacks,
Yeah, they like cheese and onion
and
chips.
he goes away.
Noted.
Speaking of moose, actually,
Oh,
we have a
speaking of
nice moose segue.
That may be the first moose segue we've ever
I
had
know,
on
well,
the show.
we've got one, you know, first time for everything. Somebody in Maine was driving down the road and pulled over, and a giganto moose just came up and started to eat snow off the hood of her car. And that's a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't being aggressive, it was fine, you know, but like, yeah, it could be aggressive at any time.
Yeah.
So let's watch this video of this little snow eating moose. Wow.
It's cute. At least it doesn't have the gigantic antlers.
Yes,
that are-
yes, that could like pierce through the
Yeah,
windshield.
just smash your car by him just turning his head.
And it's actually really small compared to like a full size moose, so it looks like a kind of like juvenile moose.
Yeah, it's the younger moose.
I mean, it's still a reasonable sized animal, no doubt, but it's
still a
not like
giant
a giganto moose.
That's cute.
Oh, I
It's
want
kind
to
of a
pet. I'd
mohawk.
want to
That's
pet it
nice.
so bad, and you'd be like, "Don't pet it." I'd be like, "But I
Don't
want to
pet
pet
it."
it." I've tried to pet deers and stuff, and he's like, "Leave the deers alone." I'm like, "I just want to love the deer. It's cute." And he's like, "Stop trying to pet it." And I'm like, "But it loves me."
I've
and
seen
he's like,
too
"It's
many
gonna."
videos of hunters getting hoofed in the face.
Yeah, that's what he says. They're gonna get hoofed in the face, and I was like, "No."
And you don't want to get hoofed by a deer.
That is.
They hoof hard.
That's true. I mean, it's true, but like, I feel like one day it's gonna want to love me. One day. That it's gonna be happy that it has a human that wants to say hi to me. Like, that's what I feel like. I genuinely feel like one day.
Let's pick one smaller than you.
Yeah. But the moose, or not the moose, the elks. You had a good point with the elks that one time. We were in Rocky Mountain National Park, and we were on mushrooms on a day trip in Rocky Mountain National Park. And in Colorado, Rocky Mountain Park is known for its excessive amount of elks. There is a shitload of elk in Estes Park, which is the town that's right near the entry point of the park. And they just walk through the streets all the time. Like, it's like they just make themselves at home and you're in their house. So it's like a no thing. There's elks everywhere. They're not really scared of humans. It's fine. And in the park, there's a bunch of them. And we were just tripping, and there was these elks that were just eating some like grass and stuff. And I really wanted to get some photos and check them out. And at the time, technology was not so great, so I didn't have very good zoom on my camera. It wasn't even a camera phone. It was before camera phone technology at all. It was just like I just had a little digital point and shoot, and it was like super shitty zoom on it. So I was like, am I doing like manual zoom with my arms? And he was like stressing out. He's like, get away from the elks!
We
And
should
I'm
not
like,
be walking up on elk.
I'm like, they're fine. They're totally fine. Like, they're obviously not afraid. There's people everywhere. They're fine. They're just eating. I'm not, like, harassing them. I'm not trying to bother them, but I'm just getting in the region so I could get some photos of them. And Dusty was stressed out the entire time. He was like, you're gonna get, like, hoofed to death by these fucking elks, man. I was like...
And with that, like, it's not really those elk. It's, like, if you're walking up on lady elk and, like, boy elk gets angry. Like, you get charged from nowhere, and all of a sudden you're getting elked.
It's true. Those were all boy elks, though. They were
And
all
they're
boy
aggro.
elks.
Elks are aggro.
Well,
Larry was run off the sidewalk by one.
they did, but that was during the mating season.
Whatever. He didn't even look like a lady elk.
I guess that's true. But either way, I think they're cute, and one day they're gonna love me. Actually, when I was in
No, while I'm around.
when I was in Scotland, this is a funny story. I was on this tour. I went solo to Scotland, and I was on a tour bus with like 7 other people. And we were in these like remote areas of the Highlands and stuff, and there's all these sheep everywhere. There's just fucking sheep everywhere. And like they're not in pens or anything like that. Like the farmers just let their sheep just run around, and they have little like paint markings on them so they know whose is whose. I don't know how they keep track of the sheep. I don't know, but there's like sheep all over. And I really wanted to just like hang out with the sheep, but I knew that it was probably not going to happen. But this girl that was on the tour with me, she's so sweet. Her name's Bianca. She's from Sicily. She was like, I really want to pet the sheep. Can you please stop the bus so I can pet the sheep? And our guide was like, they're not going to let you pet them. She's like, but I really want to try. May I please try? And he's like, I'm telling you, I mean, you can try. I'm going to pull over. You just go right ahead. Give it a go. You can try. And, of course, I had to go give it a try with her, and I wanted to record the situation because it was going to be hilarious. So nobody else got off the bus. Everybody was very unadventurous, and I'm like, I'm on your team. Let's go pet some sheep. Let's pet the sheep. So we get out, and she's just like really like slowly, but like shuffling towards the sheep, and they're all like, oh, like running away. And I ended up getting this funny video of her like really trying really hard, and they were not having it. So he was not wrong about not being able
And the
to put
entire bus is just laughing. I'm sure everybody's
yeah, they're probably like, okay, look at these crazy girls trying to do this ridiculous
or they're like,
thing.
can we
right now."
go? We're way too
It was nice. Our guide was really, really cool, and he was always willing to, like, if we wanted to stop for something, he was really nice about it. So he's like, how long is this going to take? It's going to take 12 seconds before they run away from you, and then you're back on the bus. So we tried, you know, and it was pretty cute, and I do have that on video somewhere. It's pretty funny. But yeah,
if he did get to pet one, how surprised would he have been?
he would have been so
He'd have been
surprised.
like, what?
We wanted to prove him wrong, really, to be honest with you. We wanted to be like, see, we pet the sheep. And you said we couldn't pet the sheep, but we fucking did. But it did not work.
See, I told you. They ride one up to the bus. I told you I could pet a sheep.
They're so soft, you know?
They are soft.
They're so soft, and they're just so cute. And they just stand in the middle of the road. So it's like, they're not really scared of the vehicles. They're like sauntering along, you know? Like, they don't seem like they're in a big hurry until some nice girls get out of the bus and try to pet them, and then they're in a big fucking hurry, apparently.
He probably let you go try and pet him so you could shoo him out of the road for him.
It worked, too.
Like-
It totally worked.
Like, well, at least they'll get him out of the road and I won't hit any. That'll be good.
It's true, dude. Yeah, sometimes they just like stand there on the road and they're just looking, and you're like, yo, just like move along. But it's such a remote area that it like doesn't really bother people. There's not a lot of traffic. It's not like it's creating traffic jams, you know.
Yeah.
But they're pretty cute.
Slowly inch forward.
Yeah. Yep. So I love Uncle Scar. You agree with me. You want to pet everything. And your friends are pulling you back. See, I would do it with you. If we were hanging out and there was cute creatures, I'm on your team. I will try to pet them
Hooked in the face.
with you. And Dusty's going to just sit back and laugh and say that we're
I'm
gonna get
filming.
hooked in the face.
We're going to be YouTube
But
famous.
we're not. Okay. So, a next ridiculous but fun news story. There is a new perfume that Idaho is producing.
Okay. Idaho, the land of perfumes, really.
The
When I
land
think
of
of
perfume.
perfume, I think.
What do you think of when you think of Idaho, though?
I mean, it's just potatoes. It's all Idaho.
So what if it's potato perfume?
And I'm definitely thinking of Idaho. Let's.
It's called Fries.
Oh. Yes.
So that's
Okay.
good. It announced it's celebrating Valentine's Day and the state signature crop with a limited edition product, potato perfume. Yes. It's made from distilled Idaho potatoes and essential oils and is designed to smell like a fresh plate of French fries.
Delectable.
I mean, I like fries.
I like fries.
I don't know if I would want to smell like them necessarily, but I'm also not opposed.
Oh, honey, you smell delicious.
Also. Yes. So, whether you're at a drive-through restaurant or dining in, it's impossible not to grab a fry and take a bite before you dive into your meal. That smell is too good to resist. So the perfume is a great gift for anyone who can't refuse a French fry. And it said the commission said the $1.89 bottle of fragrance sold out quickly.
So it's the cost of French fries, too.
$1.89.
That's actually cheaper than French fries.
That's super duper cheap. Onion ring deodorant.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what do you mean
Yeah,
$1.89? Like nothing's $1.89 anymore. That's
Except
like-
perfume that nobody wants.
That's like half of a tank of gas. Or a gallon of gas.
Yeah. That's,
I don't know.
yeah, surprising. I mean, and it looks so fancy. I can't believe.
It does. It looks. I
$1.89.
mean, geez, that just the packaging alone is definitely more than $1.89. So I don't know what they were talking about. Maybe it was $189 and they put a decimal in the wrong spot.
$189 French fries.
You know what? Let's see if we can find it for sale.
Fries.
Fries.
I hope they made one of those super like ethereal, like moody commercials for it, like all the perfume commercials are. I hope they made one.
Sells out within hours.
Oh yeah, it's $1.89.
Wow, I know for a
One kid bought all of it.
Oh.
Give me all your fries.
Yeah, it doesn't even say it's for sale. Let's look at the shopping tag and see if people are reselling them for like $1 million right now. Oh, French fries candle. French fries fragrance oil. That's not it.
Oh, look at that. They're impossible to get.
You can't even get it. Oh, that's...
Oh, they're going to be so expensive on eBay now.
Oh, man, Vanilla Fields. I used to use that shit back in the day, though. That is old school as fuck. Wow. Yeah, there's got to be resale, right? They had soap that smells like fries at Del Taco? What?
Wow, why they had Del Taco? Well, why not smell like their
Hold on.
tacos? Why smell like their fries? You're a taco joint. That's weird.
eBay.
That's why.
Let's look at eBay. And
Oh
see.
no, lady, your power went out.
Oh,
Welcome
no.
back. We're glad you're back.
We are glad you're back. Oh, it's only 18 degrees tonight. Damn.
That's too cold. Far too cold.
Okay, that's Mr. Fry. That's not it. French fry perfume is the purest expression of love. I really... There's
it
gotta
says
be...
it's for sale on its website. Click
It-
that
but
link
it's
and see
this
if
one?
it'll. Yeah.
But it said it sold out immediately.
Yeah, but it might give a link to just the website at the very least. An Instagram contest to win one of the bottles is still active.
Oh, through the 13th, through yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, delays of 4 to 6 weeks. My goodness.
Oh no.
If you go, huh?
Weird.
No.
You gotta
It's
be in the
impossible
know
to
to,
find. Oh, so that's the thing. People can't resell them because they haven't even got them yet.
Mhm.
So,
They're not even.
so never mind.
So if anybody sees any that are for sale, it's a scam. Don't buy it for 4 to 6 weeks.
So yeah, Frites by Idaho. Thought it was fries, but I
It looks
read
like
it wrong.
fries.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's Frites.
Frites. Super fancy.
Frites.
Which the one sitting next to it is not a frite.
No, that's a crinkle fry.
That's a crinkle fry, not a frite.
That's a crinkle fry.
I'm a freak to tell you this is not a frite.
Yep. I thought it was just called fries, which was going to be really fucking funny, actually.
Should have been.
Oh, okay. So remember a while ago we talked about the Pickles mascot. What was his name? Dylan, the pickle mascot guy.
Yeah.
And we made the post that was very suggestive in nature, and they were like, "Oh no,
the pickle dick
it's
post.
not good." The pickle
Yeah.
dick post. Well, there's some more drama surrounding Dylan. Somebody stole the costume. Somebody stole it,
What?
and they're super bummed about it. And they said the theft occurred right after the mascot costume got lost on a Delta Airlines flight from the Dominican Republic, and they were concerned about their missing mascot.
Stolen by
and
a porch pirate. What?
They believe it was stolen. Yeah, people that steal packages from people's porches. Yeah.
I was like, what was a porch pirate? That's
So-
like phrases we can't use anymore.
That's their
A
point.
disappointing twist in the saga involving the
Behave.
Portland Pickles mascot, Dylan.
Yeah, so the Pickles general manager now says a thief stole the mascot costume after a delivery driver left it on the office porch overnight. And this was, of course, after several days of wondering where their luggage had been lost after a trip. Emma Jerome is live with the case of this delivery gone very wrong. Emma.
Delivery. Sorry.
Morning, Ken. Emily, yes, as if getting lost on a Delta flight wasn't bad enough. Here Dylan was in the Lentz neighborhood at the Portland Pickles office, just chilling in a duffel bag on the porch. And then he became the victim of a Portland Pickles porch piracy. Here's the video
Wow, she did that
we
good.
have of
She
that brazen crime. It's caught on camera, doorbell
Oh.
camera. Dylan's problems, however, started after a trip to a baseball tournament in the Dominican Republic where he met fans at the Caribbean Series celebrations. Then he got into a pickle on the trip home. The general manager of
Pickle
the Pickles
puns.
says that the mascot costume was packed in a duffel bag, checked into the airline. The bag was lost. Staff eventually found the bag, had it delivered. However, The manager said no one was notified, and it was dropped off around 4:30 in the morning yesterday. The office obviously was closed. Now he's calling for help.
Do everything you can, spread the word, and we still hold out hope. We think that whether this person meant to grab a giant pickle or not, his home is here at this house, so
Well,
we need
he's
to bring it back
stoked
to
when
the
he
jar.
opened it. He was probably real excited.
The investigation ticked up a notch from just wondering where he was to now knowing that he has been mascot napped. Ross has filed a police report and is asking everyone to join in on the search. Like you mentioned, he has been a talker in the media, in the Portland media lately, after posting some suspicious and interesting things on the Portland Pickles Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
Now he is missing. We're missing him, and like I said in the last hour, this easily could have been avoided, in my opinion, had he just been chilling in first class, sipping on martinis. But I'm not here to victim blame. I'm here to raise awareness. So hopefully we can bring our buddy back home.
Well, Emma, when we first reported this story yesterday, I was a little skeptical just because the pickles always come up with something that throws us off. But, you know, when they tweeted out, no, this is real,
Yeah.
Dylan is missing, then I started to take it seriously.
They had to say a couple times, guys, no, we're being serious here. We don't know where he is.
Yeah, no,
No,
they are
really.
dispelling all conspiracy that this was their doing, because who would dare? No, he's
No.
gone.
Who would?
Who would pilfer a pickle like this? It's just
Yeah.
frustrating.
And then for the guy, you know, to come to the porch of the office, I mean, it has a big pickle sign right there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully the guy will bring it back. And if not, I guess we'll just have to make another Dylan pickle.
Get the brine.
Oh,
Okay.
brine.
Thanks, Emma.
Get the bride.
And hey, coming up on AM Extra this morning, we will have the general manager of the Portland Pickles live on the show. He's going to update us on the search for Dylan as it continues. So catch that interview live at 7 o'clock on Portland CW.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Yeah.
Poor
That
people.
sucks.
They're like, no, Dylan.
Dylan's been mascot napped. No.
Is there a photo on there? Oh, yeah, so that was the thief.
Yep.
That was it. Yep.
Yeah, he's just
So
gonna have to
sad.
go drop that somewhere anonymously and just let them find it, because you can't do anything with it.
No, because then everybody knows there's only
Everybody
one
knows.
Dylan.
Yeah.
So if you're the Dylan, I'll go for Halloween. It'd be funny. Be like, what? I made it. It's totally fine. Totally. Pickle.
Oh, you could like mod it out and make it evil, so it's like a Dylan villain. That'd be good. Be like an evil
The
Dylan.
Dylan villain. That's good.
That'd be good.
That's pretty damn good. Actually.
Put the little
I
black
like
bandit
that.
mask on the eyes.
That's good. You're so smart.
The pickle pirate.
The big
Dylan villain, the pickle pirate.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
That super sucks. Okay. In other weird news, these two letters arrived at a New Jersey home 75 years after being mailed.
Wow.
They got these letters that were addressed to them from 75 years ago.
Who was in the same house for
That's
75
crazy.
years?
Well, it's probably not the same people, but it went to the same address.
Okay.
You know, like it doesn't mean that it was like they did a check on who lives there, but it was to the address. So let's check this her video out.
How does this happen? That's what I'm thinking.
It's easy to imagine Gary Caton's surprise when you consider what he found when he looked inside his mailbox at his home in Hackensack, New Jersey.
And I open up the mailbox and I get this letter. And I'm like, okay, first of all, this isn't me. It's airmail. And then I look closely and it's dated May 4th, 1946 is the postmark.
Wow.
75 years ago.
You heard him right. The letter Gary found arrived at his address 75 years late.
Dear Mom and Dad Frauck,
2 1-cent stamps and a 6-cent postage, the cost of airmail, are still glued on the envelope. An envelope sent in a new post-war America. World War II had ended a few months earlier. Harry Truman was in the White House, and the Marx Brothers dominated the silver screen.
Call me Montgomery.
Is that your name?
No, I'm just breaking it in for a friend.
75 years ago. I said, okay, so it's got to be a friend of mine goofing on me because I've been complaining about not getting my mail. Lo and behold, it's a real letter.
Gary's curiosity grew when he received a similar second letter just a few weeks later. He eventually opened both letters, and while the handwriting is a little bit hard to read, It appears to be correspondence between a husband and his in-laws in New Jersey. The younger man describing a trip he is on with his wife in California.
It's really sweet, and they're coming back to New Jersey, but they flew out to Torrance, and now they're going to go drive down the coast. They hit Pasadena. They're stopping at a berry farm.
Eager to return the letters to their rightful owners, Gary turned amateur detective, checking with the post office in Hackensack first, then reviewing property records. A search complicated after learning a fire in town may have destroyed some public records.
We'd love to be able to meet the people that it was addressed to, because they all sound like such a great family. And to say, we got your mail.
Also,
We
I
checked
read it.
with the U.S. Postal Service and asked how a letter could arrive at the right place more than 7 decades late.
Yeah.
USPS communications specialist Javier Hernandez told us in a statement, quote, "What we typically find is that old mail pieces like these are found by someone and then deposited into one of our collection boxes. Old letters and postcards can also be purchased at flea markets, antique shops, and even be purchased online. Then they are re-entered into the system. In most cases, these incidents do not involve mail that has been lost in the network and later found."
It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not really sure I believe that.
Gary remains hopeful one
I don't
day
believe that
he may
either.
finally reconnect this family with its history. Until then, this story, like postal delays, will remain a mystery. In Hackensack, New Jersey,
Pretty
Sharon Crowley,
awesome.
Fox 5
That's good.
News.
I want to get letters from 75 years ago.
know, right?
That's
That's
so
pretty
cool.
cool. But yeah,
That
that
is so
guy's
cool.
like, typically it's not that it got lost in the mail. Right.
I mean, 75 years.
It was probably, it
So-
probably got lost in somewhere in the mail and like fell behind a shelf or something. Somebody at the post office found it and was like, oh shit, we should deliver these. But what is the person who's delivering those thinking? Like looking at them like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Like, here
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
probably, they're like, sorry, we're late.
Yeah.
So it says somebody in Duluth, Minnesota was faced with a similar mystery in late 2021 when a letter arrived at her home that had been mailed 68 years earlier. The letter, addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Ed Nelson, announced the birth of a baby named Jimmy. Norden was able to enlist the help of local historians on Facebook and was able to return the letter to Connie Anderholm, the Nelsons' granddaughter. She said her brother Jim was the baby announced in the letter. So that's pretty cool.
I have a brother? Probably blew
that's
her
so
mind. She had no
cool.
idea.
That's so cool.
Wait, Jim's my brother?
Well, that's really, really neat. What a bizarro thing.
Yeah.
To just have no information and just be like, I don't know why I got these letters.
Yeah, hopefully you can find the people and get it to them. That'd be cool.
Yep.
Be hard to find them now. 75 years later, it'd probably be their, their children.
Yeah. Yeah. So weird.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty neat. I mean, people have found letters and things at thrift shops and antique shops that we've talked about before where they try to find the people. Remember, they found a marriage certificate from the 40s or something like that. They tried to find the people to give it back to the family members. It's so cool. It's such a neat thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 stories that kind of go together on this one. So, do you remember recently when we talked about the guy driving around with the king or prince or whatever mannequin, and they thought that the mannequin was a dead body in the car?
Yeah.
So we have a similar scenario happening here.
Okay.
Reported body behind motorcycle store was a discarded mannequin. In Malaysia, there was a body wrapped in plastic. And they were like, oh no.
Oh, it's a
It's
body.
definitely a body. So let's see what this
Police were
video has
dispatched to
say.
the back of a motorcycle shop in Section 27 Shah Alam on Tuesday after a waste management worker found what he believed was a body wrapped in a blanket and plastic.
That definitely looks like a
Shah
body.
Alam OCPD Assistant
weird
Commissioner
mannequin.
Baharuddin Mat Taib said a forensic team went to the scene to conduct further investigations. However, they only found a wax doll shaped like a woman after opening
They
the
couldn't
sheet
even
and
show.
plastic.
Why did they blur it?
Images related to the case were widely circulated on social media.
I don't know. The fact that they blurred it out makes me think that it was real and they're hiding it.
Well,
Why would you blur it out? Don't look at
hopefully-
this fake
hopefully not.
body.
So, no, case was closed. There's no criminal acts. Okay. Okay, so
So they say.
so there's that, but it also happened again. There's another one.
What?
Yes.
Happening all the time.
This
huh?
is on a Georgia trail.
Okay.
The life-size doll was mistaken for a dead chick. I mean, and this is a pretty good doll. It's
Yeah.
probably a sex doll.
That's
And she's got like mud all over. I mean, that's a pretty realistic looking doll.
yeah.
I
I mean,
say
it's a
somebody
real doll.
wasted it. You could have sold that on eBay, man, or something. You know, like, I'm just saying. So this was the Hitchiti National Forest, and they observed what appeared to be the body of a deceased female wearing white socks. Our crack team of investigators arrived on the scene. Crack team.
Crack team.
That's a
You got a
weird
crack
name
team?
for
Crack
Colorado.
team's helping down live doll. Helping down. No, that's
Yep, and they quickly recognized it was a life-size doll complete with accessories.
okay.
I don't know what
Wow.
the accessories were. Sheriff's office said in the post that the doll is now named Selena and is a little under the weather, but she's been having a nice day and is expected to make a full recovery.
Okay, good. Why is she vibrating?
That's so funny, dude. In all seriousness, thank God for small blessings and that it turned out just to be a case of littering. If you know Selena or are responsible for her whereabouts, rest assured no DNA was collected and you are safe. But in the future, please make sure to dispose of your items in a responsible way.
Yeah.
So straight up, sex doll.
Somebody's upset that they lost their sex doll, probably.
I know.
Those are expensive.
I
you
know, lady, for
didn't
sure.
know that?
Exactly. Like, they look pretty expensive to just
Yeah.
throw away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I wonder if some wife or something found it and was like, fuck this bitch, and just like took her out and just like dumped her and was like, well, there's your sex doll in the fucking woods, asshole, or something. Like, it could have been some kind of thing like that.
She did look like she had a rough time, though.
Yep.
She looks
Let's check her out again.
a little roughed up.
Yeah, that's gotta be expensive.
And that's definitely gonna look like a body out there.
Oh,
Like-
full blown.
yeah.
You know what? Maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they were getting rid of it, and they're like, "Oh, this is
Maybe.
gonna be fucking
This'll
funny."
be funny.
And
This'll make the
It
news.
is, and it
And
did,
it's
and
pretty
it's
funny.
on my show today because of that. You know, oh, it's really fucking funny. That's a funny thing. But the fact there was 2 of them within 1 week, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Weird.
That is super interesting. Oh man. Okay, this one's really funny, you guys. Are you guys ready? This is my favorite one of the week right now. It's so ridiculous. This is the epitome of weird news that we like to cover. Zoo hires Marvin Gaye impersonator to get monkeys in the mood.
That's definitely the way to do it.
This is in England, and they hired this dude to perform inside the Barbary macaque habitat in a bid to get the endangered monkeys to breed. They literally did this with true intentions of trying to get him in the mood. Like, I don't think that is, how it goes, but hey, I mean, let's get it on in sexual healing. I mean, you never know, it might work.
Yeah.
We thought it would be a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to males that might not have been so lucky in love. Females in season mate with several males, so paternity among our furry residents is never known. Each birth is vital to the species, with Barbary macaques being classed as endangered. So, are you ready for this video?
Oh, I'm ready.
It's gonna be good. You can't see the fucking monkeys, which is really depressing. This is
That is the weirdest gig he has ever been hired for.
He's not even that good, too. But he's rocking it.
That's not bad.
He's wearing his nice suit.
Yeah. I wonder if it worked.
I don't
Oh my
know.
God. Maybe that's why they're not showing the monkeys. Maybe it was a little too risky.
I don't know, but it's so funny. They just had him
I'm-
singing to monkeys.
I'm kind
dude.
of surprised they let him in the enclosure with them. Like, that seems dangerous. Wild macaques. Maybe they're nice, I guess.
I mean, they had to feel like it was appropriate, I guess. Look at this little guy right here just hanging out. Looks like he's just sitting there watching him. Hanging out. That's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's so fucking hilarious. That shit cracked me up so hard.
They could have used a CD, I guess, yeah.
We gotta watch this video again. It's too
Yeah.
funny, dude.
Don't you know how sweet and wonderful life can be?
He's really feeling it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could hear how that phone call went. Hello, is this the Marvin Gaye impersonator?
Yeah, baby, what you need?
Yeah.
We need our monkeys to
We
come.
need you to sing to our monkeys. Okay. He's probably like, yeah, I'm in.
Oh man, I mean, you're right. They totally could have just used a CD. You are totally, completely right about that. But they were like, "Yo, no, we need somebody there, like, giving the vibes out." Get 'em in
Yeah, good. Okay. Wonder if it was during
So
business
funny,
hours,
dude.
if like people could be there watching.
the- I hope so. I hope it was like a concert.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Marvin Gaye concert.
that's so fucking funny, dude. It's so funny.
Pluto likes it.
Pluto's stoked about it. Okay, so for some reason, people name their snowplows a lot of times,
Yeah.
which is weird. So we've got Betty Whiteout is the new snowplow in Minnesota. What?
That's-
Betty Whiteout. They named it after the legendary Betty
Yeah.
White.
That's good.
Yeah.
Glad they did that.
And it was her home state of Minnesota, or her adopted home state. So I guess she lived out there and loved it, and they were just giving her a
Absolutely.
shout out.
Shout out to Betty White. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it was part of the Name a Snowplow contest. Okay.
Good night, Steve Scott.
Oh, good night, Steve.
Sweet dreams.
Have a good
We
evening.
will see you Wednesday. I
Thanks
hope.
for hanging out. Yeah, we'll see you Wednesday.
And happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for having a date with us on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. We're happy to have you.
Best Valentine's Day we had all night.
Agreed. Well, thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. But yeah, so they did a cool contest, which is nice, where the residents could vote for their favorite nicknames for 8 new bright orange snowplows that recently joined the fleet. So that's cool. Ballots were cast and the names were unveiled.
Oh, we got like top 5 names?
Oh yeah. Oh
And
my
7 other-
god.
7
Yes.
other
Okay, Control Salt Delete. That's pretty funny. The Big Leplowski.
Oh, that's good.
So good. So good. Plowosaurus Rex.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Scoop Dog. What up?
I like Scoop
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Blizzard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
No More Mr. Ice Guy.
Ah, that's good too.
Edward Blizzard Hands.
Oh, I hope they got to use several of those.
Oh my
Those are good.
god.
That's a good contest.
Those are so funny. They had 60,000
Oh, those
votes.
were all the winners, so all those got used. Oh, cool.
Yep, there's a new snowplow
Good.
names. After nearly 60,000 votes cast, Plowy McPlowface has 8 new friends joining the fleet. The last one is Plowy McPlowface.
Good. Okay.
Oh my god, people are really funny, dude. I'm so glad people have a good sense of humor. Can you imagine back in the like 40s or 50s or something? They would never dare. It would be improper, you know? Like, you don't do that. But now people are like, Plowosaurus Rex! It's Plowy McPlowface! Like, it's so fucking funny, dude. I'm so glad
The Big
that...
Leplowski is good.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. What's your guys' favorite? Let's put him back up. Betty Whiteout. Control Salt Delete. Big Leplowski. Plowosaurus Rex. Scoop Dog. Blizzard of Oz. No More Mr. Ice Guy. Edward Blizzard Hands. Cast your vote now. What's your favorite? I gotta say,
Cast your votes now.
I think my favorite is... I I gotta go Big Lebowski.
I think so,
gotta
too.
go
I
Big
think Big
Lebowski,
Lebowski.
dude. Washington State also has some fun names for plows. Awesome. Good.
Cool.
Good.
Plowing
Wait, is that you, Sarah? Kirby Jules? Is that Sarah?
Oh.
I may or may not be right. She told me what her name was, and I may have forgotten. Yeah!
Oh, it is.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here. That's so rad.
Good.
Sweet.
Good thing it's you, because we were just going to call this person Sarah anyway.
Yeah. I think one of them was Plowy McPlow. Well, that is ridiculous. I think, what was the other one? Plowy McSnowface?
Plowy McPlowface.
No, yeah, Plowy McPlowface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the face in there. That's pretty funny.
I love Uncle Scar, likes the Plowsaurus Rex.
Okay, yeah, Plowsaurus Rex.
The cat's me plow. Shit, you need to be entering these contests.
You should. You're so witty. I think you'd be hilarious. I do like the Betty Whiteout though.
Yeah,
Betty
Betty
Whiteout
Whiteout's
is
good.
dude. That one's really
Definitely.
good. I think that was really good. But oh man, Scoop Dog. Man, those are fucking funny. That's really good. I love that. It's like they have 60,000 people voting on this. See, that's the kind of voting I can get behind.
Yeah, those are
But
good.
then you have the research vessel that they did the whole contest for, and Bodie McBoatface won, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we did this contest, and we're gonna not do that name.
We're gonna
It's
not do
a
it."
serious scientific vessel, so we're naming it the SS Attenborough, which I totally get behind the SS
Yeah, I
Attenborough
support that
for
name,
sure.
too.
But don't take a vote and then take the name back.
That's true.
At the very least, it should say SS Attenborough, and then underneath it in quotes or something, Bodie McBoatface. You got to give people the credit
Yep.
for the vote. I mean, if that's the vote, like, that's what voting's all about. You don't just get to, like, decide that you don't like the answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're
So.
doing like, what is it? Let's see. What is it?
Okay. We're checking that.
Sir Plows a Lot.
Sir Plows a Lot
hooked up
is
this
a
weekend.
Washington plow. That's fantastic.
One of the 3 tow plows, Sir Plows a Lot, been hooked up. While Plowy McPlow and the Big Leplowski. Oh, Big Leplowski.
We have a
already
Big
had
Leplowski,
it.
too.
Yeah, good. That's the one I would have voted for.
Sick, we got Big
Okay, good.
Leplowski. That's awesome.
Okay.
They should do custom plates on the back, like the vanity plates or whatever that say their names or something. They should totally decorate that.
Definitely.
For sure. No, that's awesome.
That's good. I'm glad
And
we have
it is Plowy McPlow.
Yeah.
You were correct about that. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Whoever's driving that one is like, oh, I get the Plowy McPlow.
Plowy McPlow.
I wanted Scoop Dog.
Fucking funny, dude. That's so funny. God, I loved it. That was great. Oh. All right. And better news. Weird news.
Okay. Better news.
For Valentine's Day at the Bronx Zoo, they will let you name a roach after your sweetheart.
Oh, cute. Okay.
And look at this little roach face. The face only a mother could love.
Yeah, he's got a mite on his face.
Yes, he
He's
does.
got a bug on him.
He fucking so does.
You got a bug on you.
Valentine's Day is almost here. Or might we say it's approaching. Oh my God. I love the puns. People are so punny these days. So they're saying that it gives you swarms of opportunities to name cockroaches after loved ones or maybe an ex. So for $15, you get to name a Madagascar hissing cockroach after your special someone. And the money benefits the Wildlife Conservation Society, which is lovely. But I love this description. It's a gift designed to last. After all, roaches are forever. The site reminds us you get a certificate to memorialize the gift. So funny, dude. So for some, like Susie, described the zoo site as a satisfied roach namer and lover of romance. Naming a roach has become a Valentine's Day tradition. Oh my God.
Okay.
Roses and chocolates come and go, but roaches last in eternity, just like our love.
Oh, good. That's so sweet.
Sarah, we usually go for at least 3 hours. It's 3 to 3.5-ish hours or so.
Sometimes
So,
longer, sometimes shorter.
Yeah, it just kind of depends. But we
Depending on
at
the
least
crowd
make
and
it
the
to
news.
the 3 hour time frame. So usually at least 10:30. So
Yeah.
depends on how much awesome news that we have for the day, or how much we ramble. Sometimes we ramble a lot in
Sometimes we
between.
ramble.
So I'm so glad you're here. That's
I have to
awesome.
go blow up my nose because it's rambling.
Is it rambling? Are you a rambling man?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. So that's pretty fun. I thought that was adorable. I was trying to find more like Valentine's Day news. But there's not really Valentine's Day news. I was thinking about talking about some really messed up love couples of the past. And I actually have a pretty cool story that I was going to go into depth with, but I don't know, it's a little dark. Should I? Probably should. Well, without going into like all the detail, because I was going to make like a whole big thing about it, but have you guys ever seen a documentary called Crazy Love? Crazy Love. Let me see the names of these people, because this is a super crazy story. It is about this very famous rich guy called Burke Pugach, I guess, and he fell in love with this young lady, and he was quite a bit older than her, and they went out on some dates, and everything seemed pretty nice, and she liked him, everything was cool, but, you know, after a little while, she was like, well, I'm young, I'm just gonna do my thing, and the guy got obsessed with her. Super obsessed. He kept calling, he kept coming around, and she was dating other people, and he started to get super weird, and she was like, dude, you should just leave me alone. Like, I'm not interested. And he could not handle the fact that she said that she was not interested. So he had somebody go to her house, and she answers the door, and they threw acid in her face. And it blinded her. It blinded this chick. And it was super, super sad. Now this beautiful young woman is in fact blinded, and she pretty much figures out that he was behind it. And you'd think under normal circumstances someone would be like, you had someone throw acid in my face and blinded me, fuck you forever. But that's not what ended up happening. He kept coming around and kept saying, I just love you so much, and I did it because I love you, and now you're fucked up. Who's gonna love you? You know, you're blind, and you have acid burns on your face and everything. And she ended up getting with him and marrying the guy, and they were together into their old age. And it is a really interesting documentary. I would highly recommend checking it out if you guys are interested in more of the story. It's a really cool story. It came out in 2007, so you could probably watch it on a streaming site. What's it on? It's on like Prime. It looks like premium subscription on Prime. But if any of you guys have ways to like pirate stuff or whatever, you should totally check that out. Yeah, why would she go with the guy who threw acid on her face? I know. It makes you wonder that the entire time. But it seemed like it was like a, wow, well, this guy loved me so much that he did this. He went through all of this for me. So therefore, like, you know, I guess he loves me enough. And she was blind and, you know, had a hard time doing her own thing and ended up getting with him. And it's the most bizarre love story ever. So when I was thinking about like, oh, Valentine's Day stories, what could I tell? I was like, let's think of some like fucked up love stories. And honestly, that is a really, really fucked up love story. Yikes, bird in love. That's very, very, very true. Yeah, it's really crazy. And the way that the documentary is kind of laid out is it's telling this whole story, and you have interviews with her and other people and everything, and you don't really know until the end of the documentary that they are in fact still married to each other. And it's the two of them like kind of like bickering and fighting and picking on each other, but talking about how they've had this like really, you know, good relationship over time. And I do not get it. I mean, throwing acid on somebody's face, that is a like really extreme way to show your love. I was just telling the story about crazy love I was talking about some like cool Valentine's Day stories about couples, and I talked about the one where the guy threw acid in the chick's face and she still married him.
Oh yeah. Wow. You know, he loved her so much.
Yeah. Yeah. What a weird, totally backwards ass love story. So there you go. That's the love story of Valentine's Day that I chose to share with you. You're welcome. It was not a basic story by any means.
Well, you know, I'm sorry I couldn't find any acid for you this year.
The thing is, you already got me, so you don't need to.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
If I
but
left,
I want to show you how much I love you.
Yeah, you know. Next year. There's always next year.
I would love you more if your face was melted.
So fucked up.
Yeah,
it's such
that's
a
messed
crazy
up.
ass story, dude. It's horrible. It's totally horrible, and the
Burning
woman
love.
obviously has some crazy ideas of what it is to be loved. But you know what? It worked out for him, which is super weird, and I don't like it one bit. But it's true.
Yeah,
it is true.
Yeah, you never know how you're gonna find the one you love.
And that's the way to do it.
That's,
I guess you just
I
chuck
guess.
some acid, man. You're good to go. So there you go. That was my little Valentine's Day story for you guys.
Right.
In other weird news, in Indonesia, they have been observing this crocodile that for at least 6 years has had a motorcycle tire stuck around its head.
Oh no.
And they've seen him around, and they're like, "Oh, there's whatever, Crocky or whatever."
There's Crocky.
He's a 13-foot crocodile, and they just recently were able to remove the tire from his neck.
Oh, that's good.
Which is
That's good.
crazy, and I'm not sure how they did that. So, let's see. Yeah, they first saw him around 2016, and repeated efforts to capture and free the reptile failed. So they offered an unspecified cash reward in 2020 for freeing the crocodile, but the reward was withdrawn when the offer failed to entice any applicants. I mean, yeah, hey, can you get this tire off this crocodile's head? We'll give you all this money. Like, I'm not even going to try to get anything off of a 13-foot crocodile's head.
Nope.
Nope.
I can't do that.
But somebody did. They started attempting to capture the crocodile about 3 weeks ago by using ropes and some chicken as bait. He said the crocodile escaped from him 2 times before he was finally able to ensnare the animal on Monday. So, let's see. I don't even know. I haven't even seen this video. We're going to watch it together. Free Crocky.
Man, that's a good crocodile.
Let's see what they got to say.
It's a hardcore news song.
Warga asal Sragen, Jawa Tengah akhirnya mampu menangkap buaya berkalung ban di Palu, Sulawesi Tengah Senin 7 Februari 2022. Warga sekitar bahkan menyebuti lebih hebat daripada Panji
That's a big fucking crocodile, dude.
buaya itu.
Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
No wonder they couldn't catch it. How are you going to catch that?
That's huge.
I mean, long is one thing, but that's a beefy croc.
Dude. I'm assuming that they gave it a bunch of tranquilizers because it is just straight chilling right now. They had to tranquilize it. Because it can't be moving while they're trying to saw it off. It can't be whipping its head around, Like they...
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe just putting the thing over its head caused it to just chill.
It just goes to sleep like a bird. Like,
I wonder. But I'm so glad that they actually cared enough to offer a reward and try to save them. I think that's a really nice thing that they cared enough to do that. It's so sad, Nature mixes with humans and then shit like this happens.
Mm-hmm.
And as it grows, it just keeps growing. It's just going to choke them out. So that's really nice that they did that. I actually feel really happy that they were able to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To save them. But that's a big guy.
That's a
13
really big
feet
croc.
is massive. That's huge. Jesus Christ. Wow. Good night, Chid. We
Oh, good
love
night, Chid.
you. happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for being on a Valentine's date with us tonight. We
Yeah.
appreciate you,
Thanks for
and
being
we
our date.
love ya. We love ya, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Oh, thanks for the cheer. Hooray.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank
Jen.
you so much for the
appreciate you.
bits. We appreciate you so much.
Always appreciate
You're
that.
the coolest. Mwah. Love, 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 love. All of the love. So yeah, that's good news. I feel like that was good news. Sometimes it's not so good news, but that was good news.
Yeah.
Good freaking news. Save the day. Okay, so we've got some archaeology news, which is pretty neato.
Pretty neato.
So an ancient drum was found in a children's grave. Billed most important piece of prehistoric art in 100 years. I feel like they say those kind of things a lot.
Yes.
But this was in Britain, so maybe specifically in Britain, maybe this was a very important find. As far as a 100-year find, I feel like that's a pretty bold claim, but whatever.
Yeah.
It is estimated to be around 5,000 years old. And they found this little grave, and there was a few different things in the grave, but there was 4 children in this grave, and 2 of them were holding hands with each other.
Oh, really?
They were.
That's cute.
Yes, it's pretty sweet. They did find it 6 years ago. It was uncovered 6 years ago, but it is going on public display. Well, does it still work as a drum? What they actually said is that it wasn't an actual musical instrument drum, that it appeared to be a toy or something that they put in there, or a piece of art. They honestly don't.
Yeah, they don't really know. But yeah, it's not like an instrument drum. So we were comparing it to like a 55-gallon drum or something like that. So we don't really know.
Yeah.
But neither do they, apparently.
But there's holes in the top of it drilled in, and they didn't know if that was to represent the children that were buried in there. They don't know. It's very mysterious right now. Okay, so to clarify, is the most important piece of prehistoric art to be found in Britain in the last 100 years. So, let's see. They found it in 2015, and the drum has since been the subject of significant research and conservation work. Despite its name, the object is not thought to be a musical instrument, but rather a piece of sculptural art. So it was. They found it particularly remarkable in the context of 3 similar drums first discovered in the village of Folkton, around 15 miles from Burton Agnes in 1889. This drum is particularly intriguing because it basically encompasses a sort of artistic language that we see throughout the British Isles at the time, and we're talking 5,000 years ago. So it has a solar cross on top. All these ideas that we're seeing across the board, but it is but in one really amazing object. So it's decorated with motifs resembling others seen in Scotland and Ireland. I wonder if the souls of the children are like, what the fuck, our drum? Dude, totally. They're like, where's our fucking shit? Just digging up our grave, stealing our fucking drum.
It's like, why are they taking our sacred porta potty? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, but they're 5,000 years older than they thought, which is amazing.
500 years older.
500
yeah.
is what I totally meant. So sorry. It's around the time of the initial construction of Stonehenge.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is super cool. So it also had a chalk ball and a bone pin was also found in the grave. And the skeletons were of various ages, with the eldest aged 10 to 12, while the younger between 6 and 9 years old, and between 3 and 5. So that's kind of sad. So while they were found placed in the grave with the eldest holding the 2 younger ones who were holding hands. That's really sweet. So I wonder if they were all family or like what happened, but it sounds like the 3 of them died at the same time. Maybe it was some kind of plague or something, like, or a famine or something that killed them all around the same time.
Yeah, so it says the rarity of the drum is particularly notable, so like they haven't found them before. And then they said that even the burials were rare at the time and usually reserved for children. So it was one of the most elaborately decorated objects of this period found anywhere in Britain and Ireland.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's interesting. They said that it was...
Knockin', thank you. You are so
Oh, thanks,
sweet.
Knockin'.
Aw.
Thank you for gifting that sub. That's
Cool. Sarah
awesome.
Kirby, you totally got a sub. Woohoo.
Oh, and now you can use the cool emotes. Oh.
Yes, you can. Dusty
Super
designed
fun.
these really cool Twitch emotes, so
Mm.
you got them.
Super
Yay.
fun.
Thanks, Knockin'. We love you.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting how the burials were even rare back then, and that this one was like 3 children in one
Yeah.
grave. That, yeah, I bet you're right. I bet they're related. Like, I wonder if they were all siblings or something, and something happened.
That's so cool.
But super cool.
It's in great condition.
And they
That's
said that it
amazing.
did match some of the engravings that they've seen elsewhere around Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland and Ireland. So it was the hip style at the time or something. That's really, really cool. Knockin', happy Valentine's Day, my friend.
Yeah. Happy
We
Valentine's
love
Day,
you.
Knockin'.
We're here giving love to everybody on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Love,
Thank you.
love, love.
Thanks for lurking and listening
Yes.
with us. Always appreciate it.
Of course, we appreciate you. Okay, so we all know they just had a Super Bowl, and I don't care.
That's what they
And
say.
you don't care about the Super Bowl. But what I do care about is the Superb Owl, which is back.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, Superb Owl is a thing. I love owls. They are, in fact, some of my favorite creatures. My spirit animal is a owl. So I'm pretty stoked about this Superb Owl thing going down, where they tell people to like go out and go into nature and go find some owls, and I love it. I think it's so awesome. So birding enthusiasts, they say Superb Owl Sunday is a sacred day, a chance to appreciate the majestic creature by posting owl pics on social media. So look at this, guys. How does he just have an owl?
He just has an owl.
Who just has an owl? And why don't I have one? That's bullshit. If anybody has an owl, I should have an owl.
It's true.
Or at least
That one's
access
pretty.
to somebody that has one that I can love. Like, I want to love it.
That one's really pretty. That is a
So
superb owl.
cute. That's a superb
I will
owl.
agree with that.
fact.
Yeah.
And look at this guy. He's stoked right now. He's so
Oh,
stoked.
yeah, he's got an owl.
He's fucking pumped. And then this is some other contributions that people have had. Ooh.
Pretty.
I feel like it's very superb.
Oh, that one down there is hiding. All he's got is little dots for eyes. That's all you can see.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those snowy owls.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of those roaming around West Seattle last year. Do you remember that whole thing where there was the snowy owl?
Yeah, and everybody was tracking it around West Seattle.
Yeah, people were seeing it on their roofs and in trees and stuff like that. And everybody was like, it's like not totally unheard of that snowies come through here, but it's definitely not a common thing. And it was just one snowy.
Yeah.
Let's click on this so you can see it. in its
Well,
full
Nuckin,
glory.
just don't forget to look both ways. If you're going to play in traffic, look both ways.
Oh, thanks for popping in, even though you're working and you're in traffic. We appreciate you. Yeah, look at its eyes. Oh my
Wow.
god, that is a
That's a cool photo. He
superb
totally just blends in.
owl.
with
Oh
the background.
yeah, totally. That is so neat. Oh, and there's this guy. He's like, I am hiding behind a stick. You cannot see me.
You'll never see me.
Oh,
Be one with the stick.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
he's pretty.
majestic owl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super pretty.
God, I think owls are so cool.
I'm a fan of the superb owl.
Me too. So it's kind of fun that people do that for those of us that don't care about sports and stuff. I'm glad other people do, but like, you know, the superb owl is way more my thing.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's shocked.
Yeah, he is. Super shocked. He's got little eyebrows too.
It's currently flirting season for owls, so there's a lot of them out there making a lot of noise, either looking for love or trying to defend territory. Bring it on. Bring on the owls. I want oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had owls by our house. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
We need to get some.
We
Just
should
be like,
get
you
some
live
owls."
here now. Yeah. Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me?
This is a luck one. Oh, they're so cute.
You're
So
too
yeah,
majestic not to.
I like that one. Look at that guy. He's so happy.
He's pretty happy.
And his little floofy mouth. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It
What
looks
a
like he
cute
doesn't have a top beak.
fucking
It's interesting.
thing.
Like his
Oh, no,
fur.
no. Oh, there it is. It kind of comes down here. It's just black.
Oh,
And it kind of
is
blends.
black.
It's just like,
okay.
meep.
Yeah,
And then
it
you
really
got the
does.
little fur.
Looks like you just had a
over it.
mustache and a body.
Yeah.
That's how he's got a mustache.
Well, I love it.
Okay.
I'm a big fan.
Yep.
Big fan.
Yeah, that was
Super
superb.
mellow. It's great. Okay. So this is a very interesting thing. I didn't get a chance to really read every word of this, so we're going to be doing this together because I think it's interesting enough to cover.
Okay.
But I don't know all the details, so we're going to do it together.
Okay.
Robotic fish swim to the beat of human heart cells. And I was like, what are you talking about? But this is a very strange thing. They have built a school of robotic fish powered by human heart cells. So here is one of the robotic fish.
Yeah, it's
Synthetic
good.
fish.
Looks just like one.
Why do you need a synthetic fish? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
But they're trying to lead the way towards building replacement hearts from human tissue. So, the fish which swim on their own show how lab-grown heart tissue can be designed to maintain a rhythmic beat indefinitely. I don't know how, but I believe them because it's a sciencey article.
Yeah, it's a training exercise. Ultimately, I want to build a heart for sick kids. Okay. For a sick kid. Just one.
Yeah,
I want to build
just-
a heart
just-
for a
just
sick kid. This kid. This kid only.
So, biohybrids. They're called tiny biohybrids based on zebrafish are built from paper, plastic, gelatin, and 2 strips of living heart muscle cells. One strip runs along the left side of the body and the other is along the right. When the muscle cells on one side contract, the tail moves in that direction, propelling the fish through the water. Okay, so it's like boom, 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 and then it causes them to swim. I see. Okay. The stretching in turn produces a signal that causes the cells to contract, which perpetuates the swimming motion. Once that cycle starts, these things just start motoring. No shit. So the fish are equipped with a special cluster of cells that initiate the cycle of stretching and contracting. Robotic fish were assembled by a team of scientists at the Emory University and Georgia Tech. The team tested some early samples by artificially activating the muscle cells. They put the leftover fish in an incubator and forgot about them for a couple weeks. When they opened the incubator, all the fish were swimming by themselves. Wow.
Well, that's fun.
Wow.
I mean, as far as research goes, that's fun research.
That's super awesome.
But I don't get it because they already 3D printed a heart out of stem cells and like heart cells, and it started beating on its own automatically. Like you can already 3D print a heart. We've done it. Why are you still working on this level? I feel like we should be working on larger levels.
I don't know.
Maybe that one wasn't quite perfect, but
Maybe it's too expensive or something like that, and they're trying to find alternative options.
maybe.
I'm just completely speculating.
Yeah.
But showing it's possible to produce human heart tissue that beats on its own is important because the body can't replace heart cells lost to disease or inflammation. Once you're born, about 2 days after you leave the womb, the number of cardiac muscle cells you have is then all you're going to have for the rest of your life. Okay.
No way, really, we don't. Those cells don't reproduce?
Apparently not. That's very interesting.
Because, yeah, all of our cells reproduce. Like, I mean, that's why our taste buds change. And, like, essentially our entire body after, like, I think they say it's
7 years.
Yeah,
they
after
say
7
7
years,
years.
our entire body is brand new.
I don't know. I don't know. But in some ways, the fish is a pump, he says. But instead of pumping blood through the body, it pumps itself through the water. but we really think there's a common design scheme. There's some fundamental laws of muscular pumps that are conserved from marine life forms to the human heart. In 2016, Parker's lab built a Stingray powered by rodent heart cells. They use light to control the cells in a way that caused the robot's fins to undulate, propelling it through the water.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Interesting.
I remember reading about
So at the time, his team used stem cell technology to transform human skin cells into cardiac muscle. Wow. So they weren't expecting it to, how long they would swim and how fast they would swim in the dish. So that was like a good, pleasant surprise. Heart cells stay healthy by constantly rebuilding themselves, a process that takes about 20 days, he said. Because the fish swam for more than 100 days, he says each cell has rebuilt itself in about 5 times. Wow.
Okay.
That is really strange.
They also become stronger with exercise the way that cells in a human heart do. This suggests that they could eventually be used to repair a failing heart.
Wow.
That's interesting. They get stronger.
Well, that is a very interesting story.
Yeah.
And I think that is super cool. The lab produced robots powered by skeletal muscle. Whoa. Shut up.
Including one that could recover from an injury.
That's
Weird.
fucking crazy.
This robot would get damaged and then we would heal it, and after a couple of days it was able to move and walk around just as it had before. Trippy.
Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah, and then that's a good point right there at the end too about raising questions about whether scientists are blurring the lines between machines and living creatures, which I think we are.
Yep, that's that android type of thing, you know? Like, part people, part robots. That's crazy. So, they said all you're really doing is replacing an engine or a rotor with another piece that you would make in a machine. I would not consider them living beings.
Well, yeah, the consciousness isn't there. It's just a automatic response that these cells have that they're moving through.
Yep. But as biohybrids become more sophisticated, they say they merit the same ethical consideration given to animals. Do they, though?
Do they?
Do they?
I don't know. Because, yeah, will
That's
they become
really
aware? I think
strange.
if they become aware of themselves, which if they're growing these cells and the cells are doing the same thing, and like whenever you take stem cells from one thing and turn them into another thing, those stem cells are still living cells that do their own thing.
Yeah.
And our collection of cells is what carries consciousness. Like they're finding that consciousness is everywhere within us. So who's to say that they're not going to? It seems like they would end up having consciousness as well.
It's
Maybe
totally
not
possible.
right off the bat.
And there's no way for us to know if that's going to happen and how that can happen at all. So we're just kind of putting one foot in front of the other and just seeing what happens, which is cool in a way, the mystery of it, but at the same time, like, what are we getting ourselves into? We don't know what we're getting ourselves into.
We're kind of playing God.
At all. Yeah. Yep. It's a strange one, for sure. But
Definitely.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. We will find out. Because no one's going to stop it.
Nope.
Even if it's illegal, it's going to happen. You're not allowed to clone a human. That doesn't mean that it's not happening.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna make ethical and unethical choices as we move forward, and hopefully it's not Terminator 2 Rise of the Machines situation. That's all I hope doesn't come from this. Honestly, I just hope that we don't enter some kind of scenario that is like that, where they realize that we are dicks and try to take us out.
Yeah. You end up living in the Matrix.
But if that is the case, if that does happen, then I don't know. I guess we did it to ourselves, and that's just the way it's going to be. And
all we could hope is that the
Oh.
machines would be better than us, which they may or may not be.
You're right. They definitely don't get sarcasm. I know that much by seeing the Facebook bots that are fucking everything up constantly.
Yeah, they don't understand sarcasm. Yeah, exactly. The Matrix. That's
Yep.
what I was thinking. That's where it would head. Like, And then, you know, in the Matrix, like, yeah, the machines were doing things more efficiently and, like, they could do it faster, but it was all, like, extremely self-serving, which humans are too. We're very self-serving, but we do have empathy and compassion that are in there as well. So we have the ability to empathize with other people and be compassionate for animals and have that connection. So we try not to just be straight up assholes. But a machine might not do that. Machines may only look at what it is that's best for them to survive and to propagate, and what is the most efficient way for them to live, which would not be the most efficient way for everything to live.
That's true.
So as much as, you know, as it could move forward to where, you know, machines could be better than humans, I don't really think that they would be. They might actually be a downgrade from humans if they took over. But maybe not. I mean, if they gained some kind of awareness, maybe not. Maybe they would figure out ways to save everything in a more efficient way that we can do.
Yeah, maybe it would be more efficient where they could reuse their parts and everything rather than just constantly wasting things, and find ways to not destroy the planet at hand. If they were somehow programmed or whatever to be environmentally mindful.
Yeah. And if they became aware, they might realize that they need the planet to survive. So maybe we should save the planet and the animals and the biosphere. So, which we're not doing. Even though we know that, we're not doing it.
No, you're totally right. But there's only one way to find out, and that's the crazy thing here. Like, we've had so many sci-fi movies that are theorizing what will happen and what could happen and all of this stuff, but we don't know what it's actually going to be in the long run after, you know, time and generations and everything is moving along and moving forward. Like, we don't know. We know that we can control things right now in this moment, but what happens when it just gets a little bit out of control?
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love Uncle Scar. No, you're not selfish. We know that. We know you're not selfish.
You're not. You're lovely.
You love everything. We learned that earlier. Especially Chili's.
Especially Chili's. But okay, we've got a Guinness World Record. We've got a couple Guinness World Records we want to cover.
Oh, sweet. Okay. We're moving into the world record section.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Idaho man. This man, David Rush.
David Rush is back.
Since you are new to the podcast, Sarah, pretty much every single week for forever, we have been covering, we do Guinness World Records, and David Rush actually just set, it's not a world record, but he set his own record for doing 52 different records in 52 weeks. So we have a lot of David Rush stories, and he always has some really weird shit that he does, and they're super bizarro things. But this week, he broke the record for balancing a Christmas tree on his chin for the Guinness World Records for 1 hour and 30 minutes and 5 seconds.
What?
It sounds horrible. Yeah, this guy's done some crazy stuff. He finds the weirdest things and breaks them.
Yeah.
And this
he does weird things.
This is his latest one.
Now I'm going to attempt to break the Guinness World Records title for the longest time to balance a Christmas tree on the chin.
And there's a Jewish star on top. I'm just
1
saying.
minute. Happy holidays.
Oh, he's trying to be inclusive, probably, for everybody.
Probably. Yeah, it's got lights. Hooray.
With the lights and everything.
It better
Okay.
be decorated. If it's not decorated, it's not a Christmas tree. It's just a tree.
Hopefully there's no glass balls on there, so if it falls, it's not going to be. Okay, I don't see any balls. Okay.
Yeah.
God, your neck would hurt so fucking bad.
Yeah, just looking up for an hour. Meanwhile, his family's just going on doing whatever they would normally do.
Yeah. His family is probably like, oh my god, here we go again.
Here we go
'Cause
again.
he does so much strange shit. Wonder how many times he had to try and it just fell over.
Yeah, right. I don't know, he's balanced a lot of things on his chin, so I bet he's getting pretty good at that. I mean, I'm glad it's a lighter tree for his neck, but... Wow.
He is awesome. He is so awesome. He's done so many fun things.
neck.
Yeah.
Come on. He's like, my neck hurts. I can't.
My chin looked like.
He's got a ring.
Never put it on.
Like weigh it or
Yeah, let's wait it. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5 seconds. Come on!
I love his little "come on"
Yeah,
tagline that he
come
does
on.
after every single one.
Yeah, that's good.
That's funny. Well, rock on.
Wow,
He
good.
totally did it, dude.
Good job.
He totally nailed that.
That makes my neck hurt. Just, yeah, just looking up. And standing there looking up.
And 1 minute was the previous record.
1 minute was the previous record, and he went for an hour and a half?
Wait, let me make sure I'm reading that properly. Set the goal, or the goal set by the record-keeping organization was only 1 minute. Yes. He said he wanted to go far longer than 1 minute to be satisfied with the record.
Yeah.
So the serial record breaker said he balanced the tree, which Guinness required to be at least 5 feet tall, on his chin for a total of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5 seconds. Wow. Wow. And he did it in late December, but they just processed it. So he got another record for that. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, whatever peels his banana.
That guy, he is into it.
Yeah, David Rush he's a regular on our show.
He is awesome.
Yeah,
He is
he's
so
done
awesome.
weird shit. Like, and some of them are, simple things like moving the most thumbtacks from this board to this board, like stuff like that. But then he's also a juggler, and he holds all these juggling records and like speed juggling, and like one of them was blindfolded juggling while standing on a yoga ball, and he's like seriously just balanced standing on a yoga ball, and he's like juggling blindfolded forever, like for a long time, and just like going, and it's trippy.
And one of his most recent ones was doing like, what was it, a 200-yard dash or something like that, blindfolded. He had to stay in the lines while juggling.
Yeah, fastest blindfolded 200-yard dash while juggling. And yeah, the hard part is that you have to stay between the lines on the track, and he went over and over and over and over. Like the failing on that one, actually I think in his recap he talked about how that was one of the hardest ones because you have to stay straight, you can't break the lines, and it's crazy. And then whenever COVID hit, all of his stuff started just involving random shit around the house, like balancing the most rolls of toilet paper on your head, or like, what was the one?
Ping pong balls and the shaving cream.
Yeah,
that one was pretty
ping
good.
pong balls and shaving cream on a person's head. So that was a thing.
The guy is
there's weird records.
But he has broke a bunch. I mean, right at the beginning of all this, it said he's broken over 200 records, but now he's got 250 something at least. He's killing it.
He's getting close to 300.
He's doing really,
for sure.
really, really good.
Yeah. Wow.
So he's got some time to dedicate, especially during the 52 weeks. Every week, he had to break a record to do it. So he had to practice whatever thing it was, and he was picking weird shit.
Oh, and the cutting grapes with a samurai sword while balanced on a yoga ball.
Yeah.
So he's standing on a yoga ball with a samurai sword, and his friend is tossing grapes, and he's slicing grapes with a samurai sword while standing on a yoga ball. Like, what?
That's nuts.
And he's got one friend that, honestly, I think that this friend needs like an award for being the best like thrower of things.
Yeah.
Because like he's always involved in anything that they have to toss or throw, like all the stuff that he's catching in his mouth. He's got this one friend who's the one that's like throwing everything and is very consistent.
He's
and like
good at it.
I think that guy needs an award. Like, most records broken while being the assistant to throw things.
Yeah.
He should get
No,
one of
you're
those.
right, because it was the like throwing marshmallows in his mouth too, or whatever,
Yeah.
and like you have to be on point with it.
Yeah.
So you're not like wasting time.
So he's not running all over everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. But and then the one like the catching apples in his mouth, he ended up bleeding from that because it was just like from a long distance, and then he had to catch these apples, and he had like a bowl, and he would catch them and spit it out, and catch another one and spit it out, but he ended up like busting his lips the whole time.
Got
But his
shit
friend who's
flying at
like
your
throwing
face.
them has to be consistently throwing them like in one spot, you know. I'm always like, that guy's good. That guy needs an award.
He is. Yeah, you're right. It's teamwork. You got to have that teamwork, man.
Totally. And yeah, the chopping the grapes with the samurai sword.
And
he had
kiwis.
to throw the grapes.
He was
the
doing kiwis also. Yeah, he's got to
throw them in the same spot.
He said that was the hardest one.
Oh yeah,
that he had to do was the samurai sword slicing kiwi one.
But most fun. Was probably the most fun one.
Man, how do you even get that many kiwis?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
There's a lot of kiwis. So that's pretty cool. He is a cool
David
dude,
Rush.
and we love
2 thumbs up
David
for that guy.
Rush. He is awesome. Okay, so we got 2 more stories, 2 more Guinness record stories going down here. And this one is relevant to what it is that we do here.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know how the hell they did this, but an Ohio DJ broke the Guinness World Record with a 25-hour, 35-minute radio interview.
Wow. Really? 25?
Yes. 25 hours on air. Can you imagine?
I feel like you and Justin could do that.
We probably could.
You should challenge that. Tell Justin, we're going to break this record.
Oh my God, I bet we could do it.
Get your sodas ready. Get all your caffeines.
They said it was simultaneously streamed live on Instagram and Twitch.
Okay.
My goodness. So there was a previous record that was 25 hours and 26 minutes.
Okay.
So they just beat it. They were able to just beat it. Let's watch this video and see what they got to say.
Back here at home, records are meant to be broken, right? And 2 John Carroll University students are trying to do just that. They're attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the longest live radio interview. They're trying to beat the current record of 25 hours and 26 minutes by 4 minutes. So far, the college kids have been broadcasting on their college radio station since 7 this morning. They say they're not doing it to get they're doing it rather to get their radio show, 808s and mixtapes, more attention.
It's just a great marketing opportunity. We're kind of still underground. And I feel like we're just at that little hump we need to get over. I feel like this is that hump we can use. This is that publicity. We're getting so much support.
And apparently it's working. The record-breaking attempt ends tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Wow. 25 and a half hours. That's long. What do you talk about for that long? That's They knew everything about each other by the end of that.
Wow. Yeah, I wonder what the subject matter was that they were talking about. Like what? Yeah. It doesn't even say. Just on-air conversation.
Oh, they were co-producers that interviewed each other live on air.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's it. They just talked about random stuff.
Yeah. Just
a conversation.
That's gotta be everything.
Wow.
Keep conversation going for 25
telling stories
hours.
Left and right. Oh my goodness gracious.
Topic number 1.
Wow.
The color blue.
Oh my God. Yeah, imagine the spade of topics you and Justin could talk about. You'd cover everything.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
That's what I'm thinking, lady. They could hit everything.
Well, if I tried to add up all the time that me and Justin have talked over the span of our friendship of 18 years, I mean, that's like thousands of hours, and we lived with each other for years. Mm-hmm. So my God, it's like one thing if you just hang out with someone every now and then you talk a bunch, but like we lived with each other and we were just like like constantly.
Yeah, you get 2 talkers together and like 2 people that have opinions.
Yeah,
easy to do. I feel like you guys could do that. I think you should do it. I think you should totally break that. All us mods will have to take shifts.
I totally do. For 25
and a half hours.
25 and a half. I mean, straight up, I could do it. I could stay up for 24 hours. It's no problem.
What's your record on here?
7.5 hours when Roxy and Chris.
Yeah. And then it kept going afterwards. Like you guys kept hanging out. And
it was we just we'll just stop streaming, but we were just hanging out.
I think by the time everybody fell asleep, it was like 12 hours.
That was like probably forever. Yeah, it's just us hanging out, chatting.
Easy.
I can totally do. And then me and Justin.
48 hours.
What did me and Justin do? We did It was a similar type of thing. Me and Justin, we probably talked
It
for.
was close.
I think it was 6 hours. I think me and Justin, when I was visiting him in Atlanta, I think we did 6 hours on that one, and then we ended stream, and then he was like, "Man, we just could have kept it rolling because we're just still talking." I'm like, "Yeah, we're always still talking, duh." And then we like ordered donut delivery at like 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, no
and,
one's
we
going to
coulda
bed,
we could have
like-
just kept it. We were just hungry. We were just like, we're hungry. I think we should just stop streaming so we could figure out food, you know.
Yeah.
But
That could be part of the interview. What do
Yeah.
you want to eat?
I wonder if he'd want to do it. He might do it.
He might. You should send him that and be like, "What do you think?" You guys could both stream it.
We could stream it on both. He could stream Risky Biscuit. I could stream it on here. Not a bad idea. We've been talking about trying to break some records too. We've been talking for a while about trying to figure out some records to break. I wonder if he could do it. Or if I could bring different people on too, and it could just be like the longest interview or whatever, the longest show, and then if I'm doing it, I could just bring different people in and talk about different things and have like a cycle so somebody doesn't have
Longest-
to be on it with me.
Longest live
necessarily.
podcast. It doesn't have to be one person. I don't know what that is there a thing for that?
Interesting. Because I know on Twitch sometimes people are 24 hours streaming like turtles and shit like that. But like, I don't know. I feel like I could talk about stuff for a long time and listen to people talk about things and ask a bunch of questions and everything. I feel like I could probably do it.
So this guy hosted a 36-hour nonstop podcast in 2016. He didn't sleep for the full 36-hour marathon, and he broke the world record for the longest ever continuous podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's-
36 hours is the longest continuous podcast.
Fuck. I mean,
That's
I
a lot.
might be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, lady. Good point. Split time between Justin, Roxy, and Chris.
Oh yeah.
And then totally good to go.
Definitely.
I gotta take the two people that I've talked to the longest,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get Joe on too, Joe Cunningham, because we could talk for fucking ever too.
Yeah, but he can't stay awake.
He can't stay awake, but if I could bring him in for a
gonna be
good
a short
5
segment,
good 5 hours out of it. You're right, 25 hours, no problem.
But yeah, I think, like, Justin, I think you got an easy, like, 12 to 18 hours.
You're probably right, and the
Roxy
guy
and
doesn't sleep
Chris.
either, you know.
Yeah,
so
he
like,
doesn't sleep either. But probably same
Huh.
thing. Roxy and Chris, I think you could do that too.
that'd be so fun. Okay, well, we might have to think about this
I think
because
that
this
should
might
happen.
be something
I'm in.
that I could actually pull off.
Mm-hmm.
I might be able to pull this off.
I think you can pull it off. I think you can do it.
I think I probably could.
Yeah.
I'll just have to have some snacks around, you know, like just some snacks.
I'll bring you
and-
caffeine snack for
There you go. Yeah, you got to keep me caffeinated.
Mm-hmm.
It would be good to go.
I'll make coffee all day long.
What do we have to lose? I mean, I don't sleep. I have to force myself to go to sleep
You're barely
anyway.
sleeping anyway.
Like I force myself to go to sleep, and if I'm talking, like I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a warrior. Do it. Heh. Okay.
I have
We're
to
gonna come
exit
back
the
to this.
room while she's talking sometimes to be like, I'm going to bed. She's like,
Like,
but there's
"Oh."
one more thing. I'm like, ah. There's always one more thing. There's always one more thing.
It's true. It's true. Okay, our last story of the night. One more Guinness World Record, which I'm pretty impressed. And I did not watch the video. I was waiting for you guys to watch this. So I'm curious if it shows him doing it or what. But this guy balanced 4 eggs atop one another.
What?
Yes. How the fuck did this guy
egg?
do this? I have no idea. A
How do
guy
you
from
stand up?
Yemen broke his own world record when he managed to stack 4 eggs atop each other without toppling.
Yeah, how do you
He had set the record with 3 eggs, and he beat his own record.
I mean,
I have no idea.
yeah, how do you stand one egg up?
I
Like,
don't. I have
standing
no
one egg up
idea
alone,
how you
I'm
would
just
stand
like,
an egg.
Good job.
We're gonna find out because I have no idea.
His friend watching looking very bored. How did he do that?
Don't breathe, man.
Do
Don't
not breathe. What?
He did it.
Why would he not try another one?
You know, at that point, you may as well just try
Yeah.
another one. to the sky, you know? Like, go
Totally.
for it.
Have them record
Wow.
that and be like, okay, 4. And be like, now I'm gonna try 5.
Let's watch this again. I want to see his. Oh shit.
I mean, he's just.
His process here. Okay, we're zoomed in. That's good.
Like, he's not even scuffing the edges of them or anything. Like, I thought for sure you'd have to, like, rub it on something to make it flat. Dude, if someone bumps this table. He's at 2 hours, though. That timer said 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Wow. Wow. I'm impressed.
Can you zoom out? Was there more? No? Is there no zoom?
You can click out and go back to the main article if you want to.
Well, the other one didn't have that on it.
Wow, that is
Yeah, that's
fucking
that's
weird.
real impressive. Just standing that one up.
Just
I'm-
one,
I'm
yeah. I
impressed
don't know
with
how you
standing
even
that.
do that. And then you try to put another one on top of it, and how do you not topple
Yeah.
them?
That's magical.
Wow.
This guy.
That fucking guy.
Talk about nimble
That's what it
fingers.
is, I know.
I got nimble phalanges. That's what that is.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
That guy totally fucking rules.
Yeah, fucking high five.
I'm impressed. So all of these records, man, there's so many cool records that come up.
People
And
are
I just love
magical, man.
these records. I
People
love
do
it.
some things. People do some shit.
I love it. They do. They do
never-
so much. It's so fucking cool.
Never
It's
think
so
that.
cool. Well,
That was good.
Before
That
we-
was some good stories.
before we go, we're just gonna look at
Let's go look at this cute little pig's face.
Roddy's face.
Yeah, because he's cute.
And he was the one that wandered into the British pub, and
Yep.
he was just so cute.
Yep.
We just have to show him again.
Yeah,
as we
he's cute.
depart.
He's super cute. I feel like his ears are like the perfect shaped little pig ears. Look at his perfect little pig ears.
I know, he's so cute.
Look how perfectly shaped his ears are. Those are perfect little pig ears.
Oh, I love it.
Super cute.
We just had to show him again.
And
I
his
didn't
little
wanna
old
forget.
man gray eyebrows. How old is Roddy? Look, he's got little like old man eyebrows. He's cute.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
I like it.
I
Good job.
love it.
Good job, Roddy.
I freaking love it. Okay, so we are going to raid a channel. So everybody hang tight.
Oh, everybody hold on. We're raiding.
Who are we going to raid today? You know what? We could do Mary Amber.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. She's super fun. She is a musician and comedian. Anybody that has not seen Mary Amber before, you should totally check her out. She is super funny. She's like a female version of like Jack Black or something like that, and she makes really fun music and very, very entertaining subject matter.
And she's Australian.
She's Australian.
So that's fun.
Yep. And she's just super, super cool. So everybody hang tight.
There was her one thing that we rated in on one time where she took 50 Shades of Grey and went through chapter by chapter and made it family friendly. She showed like her printouts of the books, and she went through and marked out all the words that weren't really family friendly and rewrote her own words in there, and then made songs out of each chapter. And like they were good. It was
So
really good. But
silly.
she was like singing each chapter. Then she made 50 Shades of Grey family friendly and sang it. And I was like, good job. Like I never would have thought of that. But
Yeah,
good job.
she's very creative.
It's
She's
super
super,
fun.
super fun. So yeah, hang tight for this little raid, and we will be back on Wednesday with an interview. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. I love all of you. And it is Valentine's Day, and I want to give my love to you guys, because without
love.
you guys, the show would be very boring. We would just be talking into a camera for no reason. So thank you
very
guys, and we love you for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna start
Cool.
this raid. See if that worked. Yes, that worked.
All right, we are out.
And
in
don't forget when
5
you get over
seconds.
there to click on her name and actually join her room. Otherwise, it won't show the numbers on her side. And that's always nice to be supportive on their end.
It's true.
But
All right, bye
anyway,
guys.
bye everyone.
Goodbye.